Welcome, everyone, to Movie Madness Entertainment with Team MME. Max is taking a little break, and we are here to bring the madness, discussion, and movie talk. Welcome, DL. Welcome, Brian. Welcome, Taladia. Welcome, chat. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Hey, Sean. Hey, Keely. Hey, Max. Fierce Isaac. Who else? We got Rocco, Mass
Sean.
Vigilante, Sean Hickman, Droga. What's going on, everyone? What's going on, everyone?
Hmm.
How you guys tonight?
We're doing
Excited
good.
for this. I'm excited for the stream. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, Lucifer's taking over.
That's right.
What?
I got cinnamon licorice. So
It's
I'm
gonna be
enjoying
soon
it.
called Kingdom Madness Entertainment.
What?
It works.
How'd you feel about that intro?
That was a slick intro. I like.
Thank you. New logo.
And Brian is making me hungry.
The master of noms right there.
I might jump in and out periodically. I'm checking up on dinner, so
So, in honor of me reaching over 100 subs, I did 3 giveaways over the weekend. The very awesome Anthony
nice
Beltray won one of the giveaways, and I found out that I used to live maybe 5 minutes from him when I lived in the city, which was, I'm like, fuck, we could have knew each other in the city. But to continue that celebration, I'm giving away movies tonight, digital codes. The first one will be King Kong versus Godzilla. Now, if we get up to 20 likes, I will give away BVS.
Yes.
Hey, Voltaire, how's it going?
Hi, everybody. Sorry about being tardy.
no worries.
Let me
We
guess.
were all tardy.
Let me guess. You win the crapper.
No, I
No,
was
I was
not.
just driving home.
Yeah, that's it.
Been there.
Welcome to Kingdom Madness.
Yes, Kingdom Madness.
And the bidet talk.
No,
Is that the original King Kong vs. Godzilla movie?
No, it's the last one they did.
Oh, the MonsterVerse one. No,
Yeah.
Yes. Love that movie. Love it.
So to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is like the stream and sub the Max's channel, and also comment in the chat. Don't sit by idly and lurk. Say something and
Ninja
there's a
Watchers.
Ninja Watchers. Yes.
Ninja Watchers. So what have you guys been up to since the last time we got together?
I've been gaming. Posting videos. Got 2 videos out already on my page.
Had my epic rant stream of Secret Invasion. You guys check that out if you haven't already. It's a lot of fun. Had Aaron on there. We had RJ. We had Blue Jay, and we had
Wow, a really good panel.
Darkness Under the Wind.
Yeah, I was there for most of it.
I
I was about to throw something at the screen, but it's fine. I was fine.
That's how
Hey.
I purchased the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition trilogy.
So
it's
good luck to you on that.
GTA 3. I'm playing Vice City right now. I do kind of like how they fixed some of the control issues from back in the day. Good lord, who shoots with B? Honestly. But anywho, and then San Andreas rounds it out, and I love San Andreas. It's one of my favorite games.
Dude, play it on PC is great with the mods.
Nah.
Double O-
Forget
double-
mods.
007 mods. You know, da-da-da-da.
Trust Brit. Yeah.
Rocco, where's Max? He's in the chat with you.
He's like, oh,
That's right.
And-
Awesome intro.
can
He's
this
watching too.
Maybe this crew can get me more subs and likes. What's
I
up,
thought so
Anthony?
too.
You coming on, Anthony?
474.
Does he have a link?
Apples.
Anthony, yeah, Anthony's a link.
Yeah, I'll send him a link. But what we're gonna do some news, and then we picked like our top 5 movies, and we're gonna discuss them, tear them apart, and see if the chat agrees with us that these being good movies.
On mine,
This is like DL
I wasn't ready
specialty.
for this.
well, no. The cool thing
opinions.
is what I did was I took. Well, see, it's hard for me to pick the top 5 movies in anything. Okay, so what I did was I took 5 different genres, and I picked one from each. So I figured it would be a little bit different. So I have like a gangster movie. I have a Star Trek movie, obviously, and stuff like that. So I think it makes it a lot of bit different. Okay, a lot of bit different.
Right. I had a hard. These are not my top 5 favorite movies. Picking my top 5 would be really tough. These are 5 of my favorite movies, but I wouldn't say they're my top 5 because I can't really. I have to sit down and really think about that.
I'm going to think of something real quick while y'all are talking.
That's what the news is for. I get my thinking done during that time.
Let me find Beltry. Where's Beltry?
Max is not allowed on this stream tonight, everybody.
He has been told to stay home.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mass Vigilante, thank you for becoming a member.
Again.
Welcome
back, buddy.
Welcome back, buddy. Anthony, I sent you the link if you want to come on. Max says, my mom wants to watch Man Called Otto on VHS. Have a good stream, everyone.
Wait,
if you're not here, you're not going to win the movie, Max.
Wait, Otto? Do you mean Otto Octavius?
No, it's a movie called... Is it? No, it can't be Otto.
Wait, so you made a new intro? I missed it.
Really? You missed the intro.
Roll that beautiful bean footage, dude.
Play it again.
I'm going to have to play it.
One more time.
You guys want me to play it? One more time?
One more time.
Wow.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome back.
Hi and hello, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
That's what we call a do-over.
Right.
Wow. Did you do that, Brucifer?
Yes.
Very impressive. I like that music. That's got Breaking Bad vibes, that music.
Yeah, I used a web-based program, and they give you a choice of non-copyrighted music to choose from, and then you can edit it to your liking.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you. I do stuff for the team and the channel and Max.
You're always overwhelming everybody, taking over.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, positive vibes tonight. Like I was saying, I'm giving away 2 movies tonight. The first one will be Godzilla vs. Kong, Digital Code. And the second one is BVS, the Ultimate Edition. Ultimate Edition?
Better be the Ultimate.
And the second one will only be given out if we get up to 20 likes tonight. We got to get past 20 likes, guys. Get those likes in, please. So, Voltaire, what you been up to?
Well, nothing special really. Just working and stuff like that. I wish I had more exciting information. Sorry.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have some really hot takes with movies tonight.
Oh boy,
should be fun.
God, it should be fun. Very fun indeed.
So let's get started with the news, and I get to show off my news segment intro. How'd you like that one?
Wow, a sub intro. That's
I know.
I know. He's been a busy boy.
he's been an overachiever. Wow.
Right,
know,
classing
somebody-
the joint up.
I am the executive producer of MME.
Clearly.
Yeah, you put some money in this channel. You put some money on this channel.
Huh?
Yeah, you put some money on this channel.
Right.
Oh, that's all those super chats from last year I gave. You know, when I was no, I'm not. We're gonna say it. First news story up. Angel Manuel Soto inspiration for action in the Blue Beetle. We used a lot of references like the Raid movies, West Perp, and Gangs of New York for the hand-to-hand combat, which John Valera, our stunt coordinator, drives very well. We managed to make something that represented that kind of flesh-to-flesh intimacy, sounds kinky, that can exist in violence. But at the same time, we played a different alternatives that are fantastic and wish fulfillment of a young man. For example, a lot of the combos in Injustice 2, Claudia, we used them as a reference during fights. And with the manifestations of the weapons, Blue Beetle's blaster was even inspired by Mega Man.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
What do you think about that?
These are the kind of comments studios need to make after a movie. Like, this is all positive. Really, that's terrific.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Fierce Isaac, yeah, the new intro is better. No more Jeremy from Geeks and Gabbers. I guess
Don't let Mac do that.
people hate that intro.
I'm just tired of seeing Andy and Jeremy over and over again. I'm like, we're so past this now. Like, why is it still?
I know. It's just like giving them attention.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Max likes those things, you know. These are his
Well.
Oh God.
Wow.
I can't believe he ends his intro with her. Oh my God. It's like, okay.
It's like, oh my God, it's Doomsday.
Jacob McKenzie said, "Injustice is a game." Really? You
No,
don't like
it's,
Injustice?
it's a great game.
That's a
I
great-
play it.
If they really instituted combos from the game, that is brilliant. That is smart fan service.
I will geek out if that happens.
Yeah.
What?
This is what I mean by so people always, you know, oh, it's just fan service, blah, blah. There's a way to do fan service so that it's not overly saturating the movie and still making people happy. And little things like combos from Injustice 2, that's an easy thing to institute, and people love seeing that stuff.
Yeah, it's true. It's it's a shout out to all the fans of Injustice 2 and that play with Blue Beetle. And it's a way for people to connect with the character. I think smart move with them.
Yes.
I mean, I think from the trailers, I think it looks great. Every inspiration. Injustice is a good game.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get a third one. We'll see after Mortal Kombat 1.
It's never gonna happen because it's like we've been.
It's gonna happen eventually. I'm playing on it.
Same thing with Grand Theft Auto 6. When is that gonna come out? We don't know.
Don't step
2055.
on our hopes.
But I mean, I like this director, man. This director seems cool. He's respect other directors from the past, stuff like that, and it's great seeing that. So
Oh, while you're here, congratulations, Anthony. You won the 100 subscriber giveaway.
Appreciate
That Carnage Wolverine cover.
Oh, that is a dope cover.
I will be mailing it out to you tomorrow.
Oh, for sure. Appreciate it.
No problem. I got one guy. I got a mail to Canada.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, damn.
That is far.
It is. I didn't even think about that when I was doing the giveaways.
Yeah, because people might be far from here. Yeah.
Did you see the new intro, Anthony?
Yeah, it looks dope. I saw it.
Nice. Wait, we might have to play the intro again. For people that did see it.
Yes.
Welcome everyone. No, just kidding.
Borderline gratuitous, but still good. Okay.
3 times.
Three times. That's it. No more.
I like Jaime became very popular. Like I believe in Raven the Bull, Young Justice,
Yep.
and stuff like that, and that character's now taking off. So it's
In-
great to see.
In
It's great to see a
animation,
Latino. It's great to see a Latino superhero movie for the first time ever, and that Hollywood, for whatever reason, they don't like doing that. So it's cool to see that Warner Brothers is giving the opportunity to do
in
that.
in animation, it gained popularity because of Young Justice for sure, and Brave and the Bold
Mm.
cartoon show. In terms of video games, Injustice 2, he became sensationally popular, one of the popular characters to play.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna have to break out my Injustice too.
yeah, and then who are you gonna beat? You gonna beat me? You gonna beat me?
I can beat you with one hand behind my back, buddy.
Okay. He wants me. Okay.
Challenge.
Shots fired. I'll even
Challenge.
get it for the PC, so I'll make it easier.
I'm on PlayStation.
Oh, even better.
I think it's crossplay. So yeah,
No, it's not.
it's not. Damn. Damn, I thought it was going. Never mind. It's interesting.
Yeah, I also read from this same article that Angel Soto said that he wanted each member of Jaime's family to have like a small heroic scene without taking away from Blue Beetle.
That's dope.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
great.
You see in the trailer the family and them helping and stuff like that, and the Latino culture. Yeah, that is great. You see it in the trailers, so that's good. So a lot of superhero movies should do that.
Yeah, I
You know.
definitely love seeing a family dynamic in a superhero film because I thought that's some of the best moments from, in my opinion, from the SpiderVerse movies and the Shazam movies. Like, it really helps to make the movie feel a lot more relatable. So, can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this movie's gonna have good word of mouth.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think tomorrow. Every reviews drop tomorrow. So
Usually, that's not a good sign when reviews drop 2 days before. Well, two days before the
always
movie
been like that for
premieres.
like a couple months.
Well,
like,
review embargo's already been lifted because there has been a couple of reviews out there I've seen.
yeah, it was a couple of them a couple of days ago. So
Yeah.
it's just going to be more reviews today or tomorrow.
All right. Beyond the Spider-Verse producers offer release date update following delay. Talking to Digital Spy for the Lisa Strays, writer-producers Phil Lord and Christopher Miller couldn't confirm exactly when we get to see Across the Spider-Verse sequel, yet assured fans it'll be released when it is ready.
I mean,
That's nothing.
let's be fair. Let's be fair. He did push the animation team crazy with the new movie. You heard the behind the scenes and stuff like that.
Didn't they fire like 100 VF?
Yeah, like
people,
damn,
whatever.
bro.
That rumored.
Was it fired or they walked out?
They walk out and stuff like that. Yeah, I think they walk out. So I hope for this one, let your animation team be ready for the movie. Don't push them to the limit. Because you saw with Rogan, he's like I didn't push my animation team for the new Ninja Turtle movie. I let them do whatever they wanted with it. You just can't push animated. That's too much. So I hope when it's ready, releases when it's ready. Don't rush it.
Yeah.
Especially like all the versions that's out in digital that they took out scenes that re-edited. Like, come on.
Yeah, honestly, this is the best thing to hear from the directors because I definitely don't want them to rush this. And I was worried about that when they initially kept that March release date and all the stuff going on with the strikes or whatever. I'm like, oh, are they just going to rush this out before, the strikes really impact the film industry? But like, I'm glad that they're taking their time with this because like, we definitely don't want it to come out and it's like subpar compared to the previous two, so I'll wait as long as they need to, as long as we get a great, continuation from the previous two, take as long as they need to,
I'm hoping they step it up after that second one.
Oh, stop!
Oh my god, I love man, I love it. I hope we get more cameos. I know there wasn't. I mean, there was a lot of cameos, but I hope we get more. Maybe
Wasn't there
Andrew.
like 280 cameos of?
Yeah, 280 characters.
How many more you want?
We want more. Push, give us more, Lord Miller.
No, you don't gotta overwhelm us with that. We already got a lot.
Give me more. Give me maybe a live action. Maybe do a live action segment with Toby, Andrew, and Tom Holland again.
If it serves the story, if it serves,
if it serves the story and stuff. I know there's rumors that they might show up for this one. We'll see if they recorded any lines, but I just want to see more. I did love Donald Glover showing up as what's his name? Damn it, the Prowler. As his Prowler costume for the MCU. That was dope to see.
Yeah.
So give me.
I just want Electric Company Spider-Man to show up.
I know.
Morgan
I think
Freeman.
Lord Miller responded to that as like, we want to see that character. He said, we'll see for the next one.
It's funny you say that, Joe. I've been looking for those Electric Companies Spider-Man comics everywhere. They're so hard to find.
You know, the Electric Company Spider-Man, as great as the old cartoon, the 60s cartoon theme was, the Electric Company had the best Spider-Man theme song. Spider-Man, where are you coming from?
Spider-Man, who you?
They remixed that in the MCU Spider-Man theme a little bit. It's in there a little bit. So, that would be dope if that character show up and then be on the SpiderVerse.
So is it true what they say on Twitter that the digital release is different from what the theatrical release was?
There's so many, for whatever reason, Sony. It was like there's so many because people on Twitter was complaining why this is different from the one that I saw in theaters.
I think there was. You finished? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, continue. No. You could go. I already finished.
No, I believe they said there was two versions. One was for a international release, so they changed it and added more stuff that had extra footage. So it wasn't intentional, but it was intentional, but it wasn't something they planned.
That was more like Sony because they rushed the digital release date thing, because but yeah, I mean, at least we're getting a spin-off from Spider-Gwen. That's gonna be dope.
I love Spider-Gwen.
Oh, yeah, she's dope in the last two movies.
It's a shame that Marvel, they don't know how to use her in the comimes. She's had like 5 series and they haven't been successful.
She became popular recently with Lord Miller, so it's good that they give more character depth to the character in the movie stuff from her universe, my movies, and the first movie. So.
Man, Spider-Man comics today are a nightmare. It's like,
I see that every day on social media, like on X, on Twitter.
How is this Spider-Man
every day, every time I see, oh my God, this Spider-Man comic sucks. Jesus, Marvel, stop making me. I was like, damn.
How are the comics?
And I feel bad for
a mature Spider-Man story, and then Across the Spider-Verse comes out and be like, "Here's how you do it, idiot."
Yeah, that's how you do. You treat the character with respect. You do it right. Simple.
There hasn't been a really good Spider-Man story in a very, very long time.
Oh, not surprising.
And then the artwork on the current run is just like they have John Romita Jr. and he's been doing this for over 20 years and he still can't draw. It's insane.
Thank you for saying that, Brucifer, because I've been saying for years that I don't think John Romita Jr. is a good artist.
No.
And people always give me flack. They're like, no, he's great. And I'm like, oh, God, are you seeing the same pictures I'm seeing?
He only got the job because of his dad. Seriously.
Hey, you know what? I don't like his Spider-Man, but nothing is worse than his Superman. When he went to DC and was doing Superman,
don't remind me.
Oh my God, it was so bad.
Wait, which ones did he do in Superman?
Let me remember to run.
I mean, if your father recommend you for the job, you're gonna take it regardless. So,
I mean, his father was great.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, one of the best.
It makes no sense.
Nepotism.
He did Superman Volume 3, 32 through issue 44, and he did Superman Year 1, 1, 2, 3. And God, they let him touch Batman.
I didn't even see
no.
that.
I didn't even read Superman.
In 2019, he did 2 issues.
Batman might be better though, because at least there's a mask there. He can't draw faces.
He can't draw faces.
Damn, that's messed up.
I see the chat agrees. JR is horrible. I got my what was it? My 9/11 special issue from Amazing Spider-Man. It's just a black cover to commemorate the deaths. I got it signed by him. All he did was literally put JR and drew a half a web trying to be Spider-Man's face. I got to bring it and show you guys. It was like the worst drawing I've ever seen on comic.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Hey, Cyber Spells. But if they mess up this third movie, it's gonna be a while before Miles Morales will come back around.
Man, I really hope they don't. This could be like one of the best trilogies ever made. It's so close. It's so close.
I know.
It's so close.
I just don't want them to rush and push the animation team hard. Like they already, come on, it's just don't push them, please. Be like Steph Rogan. Don't push the animation team, bro. Just don't.
No, but Anthony, here's what they'll do.
finish.
They'll release the next film maybe 4 years down the line.
4 years?
Whoa.
I mean, how much this one took? It took 4 or 5 years to finish.
Yeah,
that's true.
and the reason why I say that is, and the reason why I say that is because by the way, sweet new 52 Superman, thumbs up for me.
That's John Romita Jr. Superman.
That is horrid.
And as far as
horrendous,
not loving this.
But back to SpiderVerse, I think personally they'll try and market it across the beyond the SpiderVerse around the next Spider-Man game, because that's what they did for this game, because they're kind of doing cross promotion if you think about it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this. I mean, I know it took like 4 to 5 years between Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, but like since Across the Spider-Verse left with such that big
cliffhanger, then
do you think the momentum will still be there if they waited 4 or 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, because
Spider-Man.
Because this one made more money than the first one. Somewhere like 600.
There's no way they're going to wait 5 years after making this much money on this movie. There's just no.
Yeah,
No, it's just the writer strike and and the actor strike as well.
Yeah, because they have to film. They have to record the voice for it and stuff like that. And they can't do it without. They're not. If they were signed to like the animation guild, this movie probably would have come out in the next 2 or 3 years.
I think the latest will wait till like if this, depending how the strike stuff goes. Like I'm preparing for us to wait till 2025. Like I'm preparing for that possibility. It may not happen, and I'll be happy.
It'll probably come out when the PlayStation 6 comes out. Just saying.
Oh,
hey, don't mention PlayStation 6. I just got a
There's
PlayStation
no way.
5, all right?
There's no way it doesn't come out.
I'm still trying to get a PS5.
Damn, that's sad.
You can always settle. You can settle for an Xbox.
Yeah, screw Xbox.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully you get it so you could play Marvel Spider-Man 2 later this year in October.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Oh yeah, and by the way, let's just say Marvel Spider-Man 2. They have cross promotion within this movie across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, so you saw it in the movie. Yeah, Miles was playing the game.
Genki was playing the game. Yeah.
And he also appeared in that scene where every other character. So
yeah, Insomniac Spider-Man was talking to thing, and there's him and they say another video game guy.
So it's dope. But I mean, that cliffhanger at the end of the other Miles revealing that was supposed to be the spider that bit him. That's gonna be interesting to see how that play out.
Yeah, definitely. So what's the next slide?
Next up, Lego officially reveals first X-Men 97 minifigures. Lego will be officially releasing its first batch of minifigures for X-Men 97, marking the first time that any minifigures of the X-Men team will be based on a Marvel Studios project. Lego has released minifigures and sets of X-Men before, but not from anything produced by Marvel Studios. The past figures have been based on comics, and here are the figures.
That looks dope.
All right, cool.
I like
I like Beast the most.
yeah, I hope in Deadpool 3 she wears the outfit. Right
Oh wait,
there.
Storm has a mohawk. Storm with
Yeah,
a
yeah,
mohawk.
I
Yeah.
can't, bro, I
With
can't wait
the
to see.
mohawk?
I can't wait to see.
She hasn't had a mohawk in like 30 years.
Well, if you
Yeah,
want to count
true.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh
That's
my
true.
god! Oh my
Ah,
god!
don't remind me.
Please don't bring that up, man.
Please.
How you have comic accurate costume in Apocalypse and then nope and Dark Phoenix, you just throw that away.
Oh, I hate it. I hate that.
Typical Fox. Typical Fox right there. Or we have comic accurate costumes, they just throw it away for X-Men Phoenix. Like, come on.
I hated that.
That's bullcrap. You just waste. You spend money and you just throw that in the trash. Like, come on. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
But I mean, I'm surprised. Like Marvel, like I hope we get a trailer for this at the end of the year. I know this animation takes a long time for animated shows to do, so I hope we get a trailer for this soon.
When is it supposed to come out again?
Rumors is they have it next year.
Wasn't
Oh,
it
yeah.
that came out this year?
Maybe by the end of this year or of next year. That's what the
Yes.
rumors are saying.
Didn't they announce this forever ago? God.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I know. So like they show a small clip at Comic-Con a couple weeks ago. So I mean, that's gonna be great to see and stuff. But I know people is like, why this cartoon is coming back and not the 1990 Spider-Man animated series and stuff.
94.
94 and stuff. So like,
Honestly,
I mean,
I would rather
Marvel
do that.
Studios own it, but you might see the character appear in the X-Men series because they cross over with each other.
I mean, honestly, I would love to see a revival of that instead of all the garbage animated shows we've got from Spider-Man the past 5 years.
I mean, if this is successful, which I will, is X-Men, then I could see a possibility that show coming back because it's very popular. It's been low. It ended on a cliffhanger at the last season, so we should have got a final season, but Avi Arad messed that up.
I see Superman.
Degrassi says it's done. It was supposed to start this month.
You know, Bob Iger is just cleaning up the house and stuff like that. After those comments, he said that we just need to cut and
Brian,
cut.
what did you say? I'm sorry.
Oh, I see Superman. I was let go.
Oh yeah, that was John Romita Jr. Superman.
Oh, okay.
So you know,
Yeah. All right.
goodness,
McFarlane Toys reveal exclusive Green Lantern and Black Lantern figures. The spotlight is on the upcoming Gold Label exclusive figures that pay homage to iconic characters from the DC universe, Green Lantern and Black Lightning. The announcement was made on X by McFarlane Toys, sparking excitement, speculation among fans.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
That-
the Black
yeah.
Lightning with the classic costume and that Green Lantern figure. Okay, I hope we see Black Lightning and James Gunn universe. I thought the TV show that was made with Fox was great.
It's one of the better CW shows.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah,
one.
it was good.
It was at Fox. It was at Fox first, and then finished in because Fox was running out of TV shows, and then they transferred to the CW. Stay with the same budget and everything. It looks good, so it was great. And that TV show, I hope we get to see the character again in DC in James Gunn universe.
Yeah.
So you know, and Green Lantern, I hope that Green Lantern TV show is great as well.
All right, next up, we got the TMNT franchise earns $1 billion in 2023 amid Mutant Mayhem release.
Damn.
As per deadline, produced by Paramount and co-produced with Nickelodeon, Seth Rogen's Point Grey, the anime film is heading towards $100 million at the global box office and is predicted to push the brand past $1 billion in global retail sales for the year. What do you think about that? That the movie is pushing the merchandise to $1 billion this year?
It's no surprise.
It's no surprise because TMNT is a big franchise. People
It's
forget
an
that.
evergreen franchise. It never dies. It
You
just
can dust off all the old shit too. Like,
yeah.
And
I
plus-
remember in 1990 I saw Julius Schwartz, the famous editor from DC Comics, being interviewed, and they were asking him what he thought of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this was 1990, and he said, "They're never going to last. It's a fad. You can't treasure a turtle like Superman or Batman. And I wish I had video footage of that because, man, that didn't age well.
That is terrible. I mean, it's literally like, come on. It's a great franchise that the kid can enjoy and see and stuff like that, and kids are enjoying. Nickelodeon is having a full rerun of the what is it, the '80s series, I believe, or the '90s series, whatever it is. So animated series. So
that's Seth Rogen. His TV production stuff.
Oh, it's amazing.
I don't like him, but God, he's just making so much money. He keeps hitting home runs.
Wait, you don't like Seth Rogen? I would have never known.
Very annoying.
He strikes me as a nice guy. Seems like
he's a nice guy,
like a great guy to hang out with.
And he's funny though. Every interview he does, he's hilarious.
I can't condone his drug use, but other than that,
well, that's part of why I don't like him, Joe. It's just, for me, he's become like the avatar for stoner culture. And
he sure is.
I can't stand stoner culture as a stoner myself. It's like, bro, just do your thing and don't worry about it. Don't like build your entire life around being that. You know what I mean? That's not your identity.
I remember I had a fascinating, I liked the first Harold and Kumar. The first Harold and Kumar was very funny, but I thought both of the sequels were garbage. And I remember
you didn't like White Castle?
I know that was the first one. I liked
Guantanamo Bay was garbage.
I didn't like the next two, but I remember sitting in Harold and Kumar Save Christmas, and I didn't think it was funny at all. And they showed Santa Claus like smoking weed, and these like stoners next to me started laughing their ass off, and I'm like, well, there was no joke constructed there. It was like they just showed Santa Claus smoke weed, and that was all it took to make you laugh. That wasn't really that funny.
Yeah, it's lazy humor. I can't stand it. It's like, no, try a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But what are they going to do in a Harold Kumar Christmas movie, though? Seriously, they got to have Santa Claus getting high at some point.
Yeah, but write a joke, like that. Put a joke in there. It's like,
like ho 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 with smoke rings or something, dude. Anything.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the first time that it made this much money with the movies and the toys, or have they reached this milestone before?
I don't know, but I can tell you this.
Well, it says since Paramount acquired the Turtles IP in 2009, it has amassed $8 billion in global merchandising sales through 2022.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, I think this is great because, like, especially with Seth Rogen's, touch on the new movie, like, as someone who is a fan of the Turtles, but was starting to get Turtles fatigue because we've gotten so many different versions of the Turtles in such a small period of time. Even I was questioning what was Seth Rogen going to do with Ninja Turtles that hasn't been done already, and just to see how much of a refreshing, like, new take it is, and it's also a well-made film, So I'm very happy for them that that it's still a popular franchise and Seth Rogen's able to breathe new life into the franchise.
I can verify that these toys, the toys for Mutant Mayhem, are flying off the shelves. Because both of my daughters want these toys. They love the movie. They want these toys. I can't find them. Like you find the four turtles, that's it. They're there, but like all the other mutants are just disappearing off the shelves.
No April O'Neils.
Yeah.
It's interesting. What toys have this level of staying power? I don't think Transformers or anything has. I mean, people like the Transformer toys, but I feel like the Turtles toys are always popular.
No, yeah, they're always popular. They're always. I went to Target the other day. You cannot find no toys of this movie whatsoever.
Well, is it like Star Trek Discovery where they didn't make toys?
Oh, they made toys. I got them.
They make toys. They make the toys.
Well, no, they made toys after the fact. They made them later on. They didn't make them right when it came out.
I think they started making toys like probably right before or right when it came out.
Okay.
Star Trek Discovery?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about Star Trek? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, they were a couple of years removed, and even then, they only made Michael Burnham and Saru.
Yeah,
it's like, damn it!
There a whole dispute with the toys. Like,
I want a Tilly,
right? I was gonna say I want a Tilly. That's about the only one I want. A Tilly.
Kids like turtles.
Like
I'm silly for Tilly.
Maybe a Stacey Abrams action figure because they went there.
Wasn't there like a whole dispute with it's probably over by now because it's been years since the Calvinverse movies came out, but like wasn't there like a dispute with JJ, his production company, and the people producing the toys that they didn't want them to keep making the toys from the original shows because they wanted to promote the new movies and just make toys.
Well, that was reported, but it was also kind of bullshit because as a fan, I could tell you they weren't making toys for the original series at that time.
That's true.
Anyway.
They kind of stopped. Yeah. Galoob stopped making the action figures a while back.
But Playmates did a really good line of action figures in the 90s. They did Star Trek action figures really, and they're doing them well now. The new Playmate action figures are really good, and the ones in the 90s were really good.
I had the Deep Space Nine ones.
Yeah, but for the 2009 movie, Playmates got the license again, and they'd already done a good job with Star Trek in the 90s, but they went on to make some of the shittiest action figures I've ever seen.
No,
like they didn't look good. They were fragile. I'm looking at them, I'm like, what were they thinking? Like
the Chris Pine one does not look like Chris Pine. I'm like,
none of them.
Straight up.
None of them look like the character.
Like McDonald's Happy Meal toys.
Yes, I saw Grimace, and that was supposed to be Chekhov.
No.
I will say this: the Burger King Happy Meal toys of the 2009 Star Trek looked more like the characters than the Playmates action figures.
Those were legit, though. I mean, I had the Spider-Man 3 ones because I worked there at the time.
Yeah, the Burger King's. Yep.
Dude, the Venom Spider-Man one with the little hook on it. God dang, that thing was cool. That was the only good part about the whole movie.
Still make toys, right?
Yeah, occasionally.
Because but if the movies.
Where's that Burger King Blue Beetle burger?
I
know that thing was fake.
It was fake. It was somebody made. It would be dope if
I figured that.
They made one for SpiderVerse, and that was I ate that at Burger King.
Why did you eat that?
What, the Miles Morales Whopper?
Yeah,
it was good.
I did a whole video on it.
Yeah. Joe's got a great video enjoying that burger.
I'm disappointed because they said there was going to be a Blue Beetle burger, and it turned out it was bullshit. I was all excited.
I
was like, oh man, that's going to be my next video.
Well, was there any flavoring to that red gun, or was it just red?
It was like it was more like it looked more like a dark orange. I guess it was.
It was like a little bit dark. It was like orange.
Red dye number 5.
Red dye number 5.
Jesus Christ. Why does Burger King keep doing this? It's disgusting.
They do it for the movie promotion.
They're doing it because it's delicious.
There's no need for them to do it though.
Yeah,
they made the black bun a while back, and I was
I had
that was disturbing.
Never again.
Oh my god!
No.
The Halloween last year, the Halloween Whopper, the Ghost Pepper Whopper with the orange bun and the Ghost Pepper, that was so good. I had so many of those. And I'm like, why can't this just be a permanent menu?
Man, why don't they just bring back the Texas Double Whopper, but actually keep it the Texas Double Whopper? Okay, they put mustard on it the other day. I was like, who the fuck puts mustard on this goddamn?
What's wrong with mustard?
It has no place on a burger unless it's
what
at
McDonald's.
What
are you talking about?
It does. I agree with Brian. It doesn't.
It doesn't, dude. Ketchup and mayo. Okay.
Yeah, ketchup and mayo only.
That's what doesn't belong on the burger.
McDonald's McDoubles have mustard on it.
I know. I just said that. The only caveat I have is McDonald's, because McDonald's, the combination of the dehydrated onions that they put on their cheap burgers, the ketchup, and the mustard. Dehydes, man. I used to love making them.
The onions you can buy those. They make steak. They make everything better.
Oh, dehydrated onions are amazing.
Yeah, the only thing I buy from McDonald's is the scrippy. No, damn it, I can't even pronounce it. Never mind.
No, the Grand Slams over at Denny's are the shit.
Oh my god, I miss Denny's so much. I wish we had a Denny's.
The Grand Slamwich. So good.
They had the breakfast Dagwood. It was like this big ass sandwich with like sausage and eggs and cheese and all the goodness. Oh my god.
The McDonald's in the morning, the burrito they sell in the morning. Oh my god.
That $1 burrito, it's microwave, but it's delicious.
And I love eating that in the morning.
They are so good, Anthony. I'm not even kidding.
Oh my. Even with the sauce.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I think Wendy's has the best breakfast.
Their bagels,
that's
McDonald's breakfast bagels. McDonald's, bring back the bagel. Okay.
Yes,
their breakfast bagels were amazing.
Yes,
I gotta go Chick-fil-A for best breakfast. I love the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken, the chicken, egg, and cheese spicy chicken. Oh my god.
So I had a
Biscuits
buddy
are
who just
good.
went to North Carolina, and they still have that breakfast bagel at McDonald's for some reason.
Did I ever tell you about the greatest one of the
I just
greatest
made
things in my
biscuits and
life?
gravy, dude. I'll go get a little bit more and I'll show you. That's what I was eating.
Let me see if I can find the picture. I was working at a hospital, doing hospital overnight security, and I get a call one day that Ronald McDonald was on his way to the ER to deliver breakfast sandwiches, and I'm like, what? I'm like, surely not. What the hell? And they're like, oh no, he's coming. So I could tell if it was a joke because I've been there for years. Nothing like this ever happened. I just found the picture. Hang on a second. So yeah, I'm watching, and this McDonald's truck shows up in our parking lot, and I'm like, oh my god, it's true. Ronald's on his way, and he came in and he delivered those breakfast bagel sandwiches to the ER. And here's the best part: he wasn't alone. I was excited enough that Ronald McDonald was coming to the ER, but he brought someone with him. Look at this.
The Hamburglar.
Oh my god, yo.
Oh my god.
And now I ask you this: where is Birdie's wing? Oh yes.
God.
Grabbing my butt.
Why is he smiling? We know why now.
Yeah. Me and Birdie.
It's a little dark. It's a little dark.
Yeah.
Children's
There you go. You can see the date on there. That was June 15th, 2015 at 5:12 a.m.
Looking good, Joe.
Yeah,
Wait,
right?
this is 2015?
No, 05. Excuse me, 05.
I was about to say, like, well, okay.
Yes.
What happened to your hair, Joe?
Yeah, what happened to your hair? You had hair then.
Yeah, I was so excited to see. I showed a picture like that to my daughter once, and you know what she said to me? Why are you wearing a wig in this picture?
That's messed up. Wow.
Said you were wearing a hairpiece.
Let's say the darndest things.
Right?
All right, next up,
Cut to the bone.
Marvel's missing out on the Ahsoka comic book franchise. Once audiences received a live-action version of Ahsoka, portrayed by Rosario Dawson, longtime fans became even more eager for Ahsoka-related content. Since Ahsoka's fame and notoriety are spreading like wildfire, now will be a great time for her to star in her own Star Wars comic. However, despite Marvel giving Jedi Kanan Jarrus his solo series, Star Wars Kanan, they have yet to do the same for Ahsoka Tano. This leaves fans at a loss, and Marvel Comics missing out on a lucrative Ahsoka comic book franchise. What is wrong with Marvel?
It's because of who owns parts of the rights to that character, good sir. That's why.
Who owns parts to the rights to the character?
Dave Filoni.
Yeah, but doesn't he work for them?
No, he doesn't work for
He
Marvel.
has so Brian's right. My understanding, I don't know the full details, but my understanding is Dave Filoni has some kind of ownership interest in
Like he has final say over what that character does.
Yeah, and I think that they have to cut a secondary deal with him. But would that be enough to stop them from making a comic? I mean,
no, but I imagine it'd have to be within certain kinds of context. I imagine if they did it, it would probably be a bridge between her Fulcrum character and Rebels, and when she
he
walked
require
away from,
approval.
Yeah, or be partial writer or whatever the hell,
Right.
They
guiding hand.
They made this mistake with The Mandalorian. They released the comic after the series ends. It's ridiculous. They should have
released it during the series.
Yeah, it should.
Or a prequel talking about what he did during the Galactic Civil War.
All the comic book is a retelling of the series from Disney Plus. That's all it is.
Can't wait to see the TV show.
Some of it's kind of bullshit because we were talking about this yesterday on your show. Go check that out if you haven't.
I have a show?
Nerds. Yes, he does. Monday nights. It's a great show. Anyways,
thank you.
We were talking about Star Wars comics, and one of my personal favorite runs. I didn't read the books, but I happened to watch them on YouTube. Thank you for whoever put those out there. But anyways, that Darth Vader run after when he first gets the suit and he's adjusting to everything, the burning on Mustafar, and then the Emperor Palpatine going, "Hey, bro, I want you to go build a castle over there on Mustafar, where you lost everything, bro. And then I'm gonna make you want to take this helmet. It's possessed by this Dark Lord spirit, and he's like an architect. He's gonna show you how to build your castle, and that's how we get the Vader's castle on Mustafar. But see, it's like, dude, I would have loved to have seen bits and pieces of that. Like, come on, man, give me an animated series of Vader, or give me a Vader series. I mean, they've been messing around enough.
Listen.
After that, just leave them alone.
They should have done a 3-series. One of the first things they should have done when they bought the Disney stuff is do a 3-movie series called Vader. They should have done that a long time ago, live action. But,
well, George Lucas could have did it.
Well, no, but you could tell they want to, because that's why they shoehorn Vader into everything. You know, it's like, God dang it, man.
They should do an anthology series like, the old DC comic, like House of Mystery, called Vader's Castle, where Vader just comes out and tells you a story.
Love it. I love that, Joe. Yes. I love it.
Degrassi says Ahsoka Tano is wholly owned by Lucasfilm. No one who works for Lucasfilm owns anything they create.
Speaking of Lucasfilm, did you guys hear Kathleen Kennedy is being fired?
Again?
You don't say.
All right.
All right, next up.
She is so resilient, guys. She calls us like the Teflon president of Lucasfilm.
I still
bullshit.
Bullshit.
I'm sorry.
I still think she needs to go, but that's an argument for another time.
I'm responding to this headline. Bullshit. Go
Indiana Jones 5, Mission Impossible 7 won't turn a profit for the studios. According to Variety, Paramount and Disney will each lose $100 million on Dollar Destiny and Dead Reckoning Part 1, respectively, with both sequels budgeted around $300 million mark, not including the $100 million spent on marketing. Sources familiar with the financials of similar productions have stated that these films will not make a profit during their theatrical runs. These movies would have been a lot more economical if it weren't for COVID, says Sean Robbins, chief analyst at Box Office Pro to Variety. But even if that meant their budgets were inflated, at the end of the day, these movies cost what they cost and perform how they perform. Indy 5 stands at 375 worldwide, and Mission Impossible 7 stands at 523 million worldwide.
Yeah, it costs because of COVID. The COVID messed up the budget for these movies, ballooning, shutdowns, everything. Also, Mission Impossible not making money. I mean, it's crazy. It was just way too many movies coming out at the same times as this. Also, it lost a lot of screening to Barbie and Oppenheimer, and it's going to lose regardless.
It was also an underwhelming movie. Like, I think it was just too long and bloated. I think there's a good movie in there. I think if they cut that down into a tighter movie, people would have left more satisfied with it.
And I mean,
I thought you say it was a great movie when you saw it.
Me?
Yeah, I thought that was.
I was incredibly disappointed by it.
Okay.
Like I think it started out good. I was with that movie at the beginning, but it just overstayed its welcome by the end. I could not wait for that movie to end. I was looking at my watch, going this thing just doesn't stop. It keeps going.
Degrassi, she is the second highest grossing executive producer in Hollywood history. Her grandchildren will be cashing fat checks long after she's gone. Respect.
Good for her. Good for her family.
Well, she's made lots of money. There's no question about that.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, great producer.
She actually continued to Degrassi.
But I mean, I hope for Dead Reckoning Part 2 is don't put the movie in June, or a lot of movies in between. Don't do that. Give it a good release date that will make money and won't lose screenings for movie theaters, IMAX screening, because they lost a lot of them.
Well, that's confusing though, because the previous Mission Impossible movies came out around that same time, so it's just Indy 5, I kind of understand a little bit more with all the stuff going against it, but
it came out in June, at the end of June. There was way too many movies in June.
But Mission Impossible, I thought it would be riding the momentum of Top Gun Maverick, and the previous 3 Mission Impossible movies were great. So I thought it would turn out more of a showing than what it got.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because Fallout came out in July and it made like 791 million.
Well, didn't Mission Impossible open the same weekend as some other movies too?
It did, yeah.
Yeah, a couple
this has been a very
couple like
weird,
huge movies. Like
this has been a very weird year for movies.
Yeah. Well, it came out the same weekend as Barbenheimer, Jack. That's what I'm trying to say.
Or actually, the weekend before.
The weekend
before.
before.
Either way, that's even worse.
I'll say this.
Well, nobody knew what was going to happen.
Your second weekend drop off is like fucking 100%.
And also, Tom Cruise's accent, like.
No, I'll say this: there's one line in this that it says these films will not make a profit during their theatrical runs. Okay, theatrical runs, yeah, but these movies are both going to turn a profit. They're both parts of major franchises. These studios are going to be selling these movies for years to come in digital bundles. You know,
VOD, but make money.
Yeah,
on VOD. That's the thing about it. Like, if a movie don't make money in theaters, it will make money in VOD. We don't know. Exactly. We don't know the numbers for it, but it will make money in VOD.
Well, no. See, here's the thing. It's like Joe just said. Those are the digital bundles, the physical bundles. Okay, you guys don't have the 5 Blu-ray set of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, everybody buys their least favorite movie because it's part of. Remember, Brian, you're a Star Trek fan. Remember, everybody hated Star Trek 5. Doesn't everybody own Star Trek 5? You bought the set. You bought them all.
Well, on the VHS, it was part of the deflector dish saucer section.
Yeah, exactly.
And the pylon. You needed it to complete the ship.
Exactly.
Ghostbusters 2016.
That's a deep cut if you understand the VHS.
Yeah, Ghostbusters 2016 doesn't count because that wasn't part of the franchise. They made that an alternate.
That was separate.
Yeah.
Or for all you people that hated the sequel trilogy, I know a lot of you got that complete set with all 9.
Oh,
movies.
I do have the complete.
I own the prequels and they're garbage, but I got them.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I have 2 sets. I have 2 sets of the complete saga. Like I have 1 through 6 in a set that I bought
like studios
before
like
that, and then I have 7, 8, and 9 all individual.
Damn.
And then I won a full set of all 9. So like,
it's like studios make money because they always sell bundles. They always sell limited editions of movies. Or maybe like a figure or something.
Star Wars has got to be the goddamn worst. I mean, in my opinion, Jesus, dude.
They keep releasing the movies and they make money every time.
Look at the Lord of the Rings. How many editions are there of that?
Oh my God, a bunch.
Let's not take away from the headline. These are stunning theatrical bombs for these movies.
Oh,
the complete Skywalker saga. This is all 9.
Yep.
But the other one I have over there is the 1 through 6.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you are going to get the complete collection of Indiana Jones when Dial of Destiny comes out?
Well, I already got
the original one. Like
that
was the best.
I've already got the box set of the first 4 in 4K, so I'm just going to buy the individual disc of Part 5.
I actually won this from watching Zod Rider, so thanks, Zod Rider.
Nice. Shout out to Zod Rider.
A while back.
Shout out.
Like the video, everybody.
You are right, figure drawing.
So,
Lord of the Rings?
I haven't touched the Rise of Skywalker in here yet, though.
Maybe what's that freaking?
Oh, Evil Dead does have the most.
Blade Runner has what 10 different releases?
Yep, and people keep buying every. And people keep buying every release.
Like every time.
Degrassi's not wrong though. Anchor Bay back in the 90s with the DVDs and the VHS, they repackaged the Evil Dead trilogy a million times over.
Oh yeah.
This
Evil Dead is still popular. Like the new one, Evil Dead Rises, like that one make money in theaters. And that movie was supposed to be an HBO movie. So
I'm sure they're
probably gonna be on the box set.
It's gonna be Evil Dead complete.
Wrong
saga
solo layout, my guy.
Yeah, complete saga box. It's probably gonna cost $40 or $50.
Yep.
Sorry. Here.
Oh
yes. This is 1 through 6 in Blu-ray. I like this one actually, but see, I think it's
Brian
fake
is giving that away to a random fan.
It says the complete saga. This isn't the complete saga. Okay,
it's not.
It's bullshit. Okay.
Well, they thought it was complete at the time.
That's like saying you got the full trilogy, and it's the special edition with the gold the
Facts.
gold lining, and then they changed everything.
But
I'm not gonna lie, when that shit came out in 1997, I was like, "Oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever!" You see that walking in the background? That is so awesome. I didn't know anything about like Greedo shooting first or anything like that.
Don't go anywhere, Cyber.
Because I was like 12.
Even WB does that with the Batman franchise. Like they have the 5 DVD movies of like I think they have Batman 89, Batman 89 Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin.
I got that one too.
You do that.
That little 4.
Studios
make money. The first slam dunk on Rotten Tomatoes is 100% critic and 98 audience.
I've never heard of the first slam dunk, but I've seen Slam Dunk Ernest.
I never heard of that finger drawing. That's interesting. But it's just like it's like people say, oh, these movies are losing money. It's like they're gonna turn profit in VOD. That's like just stop.
I mean, I think they are gonna lose the studio money, but I don't think it's gonna be as serious.
No, it's not. It's not gonna be that serious. But Tom Cruise already got his second movie filming already. It's like 40 or 40%.
Well, the budget should be a lot less than this because.
The budget will be less. 100%. Yeah, it will be less because of COVID. COVID messed up the budget for both of these movies. So even with Fast and Furious X, like they came out today, or didn't make a profit. I said, of course. I mean, it made 700 million.
Yeah, I think you said it made a slight profit.
It's a little bit, not too much. It's slight, but like I was like, the studio should be happy. Yeah, it didn't make that much money because of the budget. Yes, but it would probably make money on VOD. So, because we don't know the numbers for it, but
it looks like I gotta update my Fast and Furious collection again.
Yeah, because they're gonna add in the box set.
You know what movie I just watched tonight, and I recommend it. It's in stores now. Pick it up. Babylon 5: The Road Home.
It's out?
Yeah, it came out today.
No.
And we watched it. It's you're getting a glare on there.
But,
sorry, T, I was slacking, bro. If you want to put your
they were supposed to.
Okay.
And I can
Yeah,
put
sure.
on.
I'll get it. Hold on.
It's quite good. All the living cast came back and did their voices. They obviously had to replace half the cast because half of them were dead. But
look at that Fast.
Oh yes.
What's
that 1 through 7?
Whoops.
Oh
gosh! See, it's cheap. It's cheap anyway. But yeah,
it's 1 through 7,
there's nothing holding it in.
Huh?
There's nothing holding it in.
Nope. It's just this. It's cheap.
Okay.
It is.
It's the Willie. And they're gonna release a box set for Fast 10. So like
Hold on, let me get everything back in that I can do.
Figure drawing says the first slam dunk won the Japan Academy Prizes for Animation of the Year. The film grossed 258 million worldwide, becoming the 5th highest grossing anime ever.
Oh, I gotta say.
Oh, I hate anime.
It's a basketball anime, probably.
Hey, watch your slander, sir. Anime is great.
I'm not the biggest fan.
Watch Demon Slayer, even if you're not an anime fan.
We should do like anime watch parties.
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah, I'll be down for that.
You'd have to like strap me to my chair and like fucking put duct tape over my eyes.
There's an anime on. There's an anime on Netflix called My Happy Marriage. It comes out every Thursday. It's so good.
My Happy Marriage.
You gotta watch it, Dia. You gotta watch it.
All right.
I was just like, wow.
Have any of y'all watched Star Wars Visions then?
Not yet. Not the second season. Not the second one yet. No.
Of course, I watched it. Yeah.
That was great.
That was the only show that I didn't like. I got down with every other Star Wars show, but it was like for me, it was like what ifs from Marvel.
You watched the Tales of the Jedi?
Tales of the Jedi was awesome because we got Ahsoka's origin story, bro.
Yep.
Saw that.
Slam Dunk Ernest.
Dude, my favorite one of these Jim Varney movies is Ernest Goes to the Halloween one.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
It's a sports movie.
Miak, it's milk.
Imported Bulgarian Miak. You didn't think I would find any this time of year.
All right, before we move on to the next segment of the show, I'm going to do this giveaway and give Godzilla vs. Kong digital code out to a lucky viewer. No one on the panel can win.
I was going to say, to me.
Ernest goes
and if we get up to 20 likes, I will give out a second digital code.
Number 2.
So let me bring up this giveaway. All right. And the winner is
Drum roll, please.
Ernest goes to camp. Ernest
I
goes to
didn't-
jail.
I didn't even know Sean
Oh my
O'Rourke
God,
was
Jake,
here
I
until
don't-
I saw his name pop up.
Jacob. Are you here, Jacob?
Yes,
Jacob, are you
yeah.
here? Yeah, he is.
Didn't
just
he turn it
commented
down
it.
last time? Last time didn't he win and say no?
Yeah, he
I don't
didn't want the
He's like, no.
Jacob, do you want Godzilla versus Kong?
The digital code.
The digital code.
If not, and then if you guys lost this one, just watch it on HBO Max or
Give to
or
DL.
Max.
Yay!
If
Yeah.
not, you have a choice between a digital code of Godzilla and King Kong or a VHS tape of Slam
Well,
Dunk.
congratulations.
Congratulations, DL. I'll hit me up on Twitter and I'll send you the code.
I'll have to take a look at
Godzilla
it.
vs. Kong is a good movie.
It is.
Yes, I love it.
I can't wait for the following sequel, whatever that releases. But they already filmed the sequel for that movie, so
It's actually really good.
it's not here.
All right. Next up, we have Team MME Top Movies,
Trendy, bro.
where we
Oh,
pick
yeah.
the movies and you guys decide if we're
Some
wrong, right.
professional shit. Max,
or
you could
just
stay
shit
home
on
from
our
now
movies.
on. You know
What happened?
Top movie.
What was that? You guys like that?
Oh my! Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
that's
it.
good.
I like
I
it.
like
That's
it.
great intros.
Good.
There we
Top
go.
movies. That's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, we get
Sure
different
will.
segments. Cut it up
Segments.
into shorter films, a la other, legit movie channels. Max,
Oh, just in case somebody missed it.
you know.
That's
All
what I
right.
do, baby.
Thank you.
Possibly, Cal. Possibly.
Jim Varney
Yes,
died?
it is sad.
Oh man.
Yeah, I believe he is no longer.
First Pee and now
Rest
Jim
in peace.
Varney.
This show is getting Gucci.
That was a couple years back, wasn't it? Though, like Jim Varney passed a few years back.
23 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. First up with this.
I just remember him from the commercials, the John L. Sullivan Chevrolet commercials.
So what's number
Hey,
one?
Vern.
Oh, but if you guys like the show so far, please hit the like button. If we get to 20 likes, I will give out a second movie to a lucky panelist because everybody in the chat seems to give it away. All right. First up, we have Brian's picks.
Oh, yes. So mine, like I said earlier, behind the scenes.
If you want to go through each one and tell why.
Oh,
it's your
yeah,
favorite.
exactly. Oh, I'm going to tell you first off why I picked each one of these. As you can tell, they're all a different genre or franchise of some sort. And I wanted to kind of pick one that kind of just, was a little bit of me in each one. And these are some of my favorites. I love a good disaster film. And Deep Impact, is one of my favorite disaster films of all time. It came out the same year that Armageddon did, right? Or right around the same time. And it had Denise Crosby in it, who was Tasha Yar in Star Trek The Next Generation. So
Oh, wow, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it also has Robert Duvall, and Robert Duvall is like one of my favorite actors of all time. He plays like an old school astronaut. Taya Leone back in her day.
Oh, God.
James Cromwell, Zephyr Cochrane, to anyone else.
Mhm.
He's also in the middle one, but we'll get there. Morgan Freeman as the president. Like, dude, like Deep Impact. Deep Impact is one of the best disaster films that came out in the late 90s, early 2000s, when disaster films were like peak. You had Independence Day, Armageddon, Deep Impact, later on, like 2012. Anyways, the next one, the great Bill Murray flick with Harold Ramis as well. Stripes. Mwah, chef's kiss, dude. I mean, what can you say bad about this? Dude, it has John Candy in it. plays a guy named Dewey Oxberger. You know, it's one of the best movies of all time. Okay, they end up exceeding expectations, I guess, at their boot camp, and they end up having to go to Europe to go defend this RV. Yeah, it's great. It's great, guys. It's great. The middle one, obviously, that's my favorite Star Trek movie. Also has James Cromwell in it as Ephraim Cochran. Star Trek First Contact is a great movie. Oh, okay. I should read or
Riker.
the novel. Yeah, I need to. I haven't gotten that far yet. And then I found out that Jonathan Frakes, who also directed this movie, directed that episode of Strange New Worlds. I'm gonna take time tomorrow and we'll actually watch that. So that's what's happening. No, it was a great movie. It doesn't necessarily hold up, and that's just because I watch it every gosh darn year. You know, that has anybody seen Stripes? Like
No.
Stripes?
No.
Oh yes.
I love Stripes.
Okay,
Nancy Allen is in Stripes,
that's true.
and then Bill Murray made Scrooged with Karen Allen, and they are not related.
No, and I love Scrooged too. Like all those old school Bill Murray comedies, like some of those are the best. Like,
Oh, yeah.
100%. But and then the next one there is Skyfall.
Oh yeah.
Not
It is.
Casino Royale.
Nah, dude, I like Skyfall better.
God damn.
I know, and it's close. Don't get me wrong.
I'm true.
It's close. Dude, we used to watch Stripes in my ROTC class. And I don't know how we got it.
ROTC class.
Not really. That's
Wow.
good. See, really?
Yeah, that was in high school, bro. So like there's boobs in that movie. I don't know how we got away with that. There's like a whole mud wrestling scene and everything. But no, Skyfall is probably my favorite of the Craig era, and I like Craig the most. So that's why I picked that one, because I'm a huge Bond fan, and I really like Skyfall. I saw it in the theaters at IMAX in Sacramento.
Nice.
Lighten up, Francis. My name's Psycho. If anybody's showing my name.
We got a $5 super chat.
And that's a
To
fact.
quote
Jack.
Stripes, and that's the facts, Jack.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Strange Marvel Theories.
But
We
no, Stripes
appreciate
is
it.
a classic. That's one movie we need to watch as like if we're gonna
As a
ever do a
group.
watch party, like we need to watch Stripes. Like it's
As a
great
group,
movie.
yeah. Something.
Yeah,
as
I
a
would
group.
totally watch.
Oh,
Especially
the other
movies
one I
we've
like
seen before, so we could
is,
talk and do commentary.
Well, the other one I like is In the Army Now with Pauly Shore. Like those military movies, like those military recruitment movies that were like comedies and stuff. Dude, In the Army Now with Andy Dick and Pauly Shore is one of the
He said
greatest
Dick.
movies. Well, dude, that was like really funny, and that was like one of Andy Dick's first, movie roles before he,
Went
kind of
crazy.
did other things and went nuts. Lee Harvey, you're a madman. When you stole that cow, and then you tried to make it with that cow. I want to party with you, cowboy. But the two of us together, no. It's one of the greatest movies of all time. Like, I love Stripes. I did a variation of Sesame Street when we were doing drill one day. Yeah. That chicks dig me because I really wear underwear and and then
So Brian, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Oh,
you
go ahead.
love you love Stripes,
yes,
and
absolutely.
you love in the Army Now.
Yes.
I'm just wondering what your feelings are on this one.
Oh God.
Uh,
Oh, wow.
honestly, I don't think I saw that one.
I haven't seen that one.
I've seen a bunch of them, but I haven't seen that one.
Joe Dooling said, not a comedy, but Heartbreak Ridge is my favorite of that era.
I love that movie. Yeah, I like the book even.
Oh, I liked the other. That was another thing. If I had more to pick from, I like Vietnam movies. Like a lot of those are like some of my favorites. Platoon, Hamburger Hill, the one that Clint Eastwood did. It was really good.
Why you like Fallout? Can you explain?
What's that? Skyfall or what?
Skyfall, not Fallout.
Skyfall. I think honestly, it's the first movie where it ties everything together and makes it a James Bond movie, because you have Q, you have M, yes, you have 2 M's, because by the end of it, Ray Fiennes is M by the end of that movie. It hits you right out the gate. Adele does an amazing job with that song. So
Academy.
Yeah, so I don't know. Just it's a great movie. The bad guy in it, freaking what's his name?
Oh yeah, shoot.
God dang it! He was just in the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, Javier Bardem.
Yes, Javier Bardem. I forgot the name of the character he plays, but like he's probably one of the best villains in the Craig era. Just like, I don't know. I mean, they really shit the bed with Blofeld. I'm just saying, like,
you think Judy's gonna come back and play M in the reboot James Bond movie?
No.
Why would they?
Why?
No.
She died.
Well, I mean, just give us somebody else. We don't need again.
Yeah, but we don't need to do that, though.
We don't need to do that again. Like to have
the Broccoli
and then Ray Fiennes and then Judy again. That's just gonna be weird. Like,
get somebody younger.
The Broccoli family's gonna do that.
No, they won't.
All right, we'll go to my last one, and then we'll go around the panel, because I know there's other people that have a list. Casino. Okay. First off,
that
was the recruitment speech and strike. Oh my God, that was hilarious. Yes. But no, Casino. I mean, how could you go wrong with
nothing?
Robert
You can't say anything
Joe
more.
Pesci, Sharon Stone, the height of Vegas mob movie. Like, I mean, freaking Martin Scorsese, Nicholas Pileggi, like the synergy those two had with those movies that they made.
Amazing rewatchability.
Yes, absolutely. Exactly. I own this on multiple versions of media. And not only that, but it's one of my favorite mob movies, like standalone. Because The Godfather, yes, like the first and the second one are great, but I feel like in order to like encapsulate it, you got to put them all together. Watch them as one big old like 10-hour movie epic. But yeah, no, like it was just right at the gate. There's a lot of holes in the desert.
You took to Disneyland.
And it's just like, and it shows the evolution of what happened to Vegas after the mob.
Relationship with Sharon Stone is fantastic.
Like, yeah, and then it's got the James Wood character. Yes,
cameo.
Yeah. No, and that was just it. There was a lot of little cameos here and there, and it was just like every little bit of it hit. Like the hand or the money. It's like.
And just stylistically, even the way Robert De Niro was dressed in it, like there's a lot of really amazing filmmaking in that.
Well, and it's true story. That's based on what was it, Rosenbaum or Rosenstein or something like that. Mm-hmm. He actually ran one of the Stardust or whatever, and that was all based on like everything. Don fucking Rickles, right? Oh man, no, that movie was just epic. Joe Pesci in that movie, he was like the leader of the Hole in the Wall gang, which is a real gang in Vegas.
So they made a 5'3" guy seem intimidating. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, it was just a carry on from his character in Goodfellas. I mean,
right.
like come on.
That's another thing. This is a carry on from Goodfellas. Like, oh, it's the same cast. What are they going to do again? Completely different movie, and it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they crushed this. I mean, this is, and then like the whole you got to keep the locals happy, so they got to hire on the cousin of the county chair or whatever, and he keeps screwing up, and like he gets fired, and that's what gets downfall of everything. Like, yeah, no, it's just a great movie, great movie, guys.
Joe Dolan, the Pesci character was really killed and buried in a cornfield.
No, that's what I'm saying. These are all based on
Mhm.
real characters. I
Very
don't.
rough scene. One of the
Nicholas
worst-
Spilatro, I think, was, or Tony Spilatro, or something like that. That's what his real character was. Yeah, he got like they took him out to a cornfield, beat the shit out of him, and
Very
buried him.
rough scene. Very tough.
Wow. So,
But yeah,
panel,
that's-
what
that's me,
score?
guys.
What score would you give Brian's picks out of 5?
I give it.
I don't know if I'm the right person to ask because I only seen 2 of these movies.
I would say personally for me it would
I
be a
think
solid
3
7.
of these movies.
I've
like-
seen 2.
The Strongest, Scala, and Casino.
You should watch all of these movies if you haven't seen them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen Stripe. I'm gonna
Yeah.
check that out.
This is a 4 out of 5 at least. Yeah.
I agree with you. 4 to 5
Get
for
a,
me
sol-
also.
a solid 7.
Hey,
Yeah.
chat. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll take that.
What do you
Thank
think about Brian's picks?
They're saying 4 out of 5.
I'm surprised
Spotify.
Big Lebowski's not on there, Brian.
You know, it was flirting with it, but I was like, you know what? I think Stripes for me is in terms of the comedy.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So we got another super chat from Strange Marvel Theories. What's everyone's opinion of Al Pacino, Robert De Niro movie Heat? Also, the Johnny Depp movie Blow.
Okay.
In my opinion, is amazing. Thank you for
He
the
almost
super
made
chat,
my
Strange
list. It's an amazing film.
Yeah, Blow was right up there too.
I've
that
never
was
seen
right.
Blow.
Oh, that is like right in the height of the Johnny Depp like crime movies.
So this is before Johnny Depp ruined his career by doing nothing but Tim Burton movies and playing weirdo characters.
This is pre Jack Sparrow, guys.
Pre Jack Sparrow. Yeah.
Was I the only one that couldn't stand that character?
Mm-mm.
I think you're the only one.
You weren't the only one.
I think in the first movie and like half of the second movie, he's great, and then after that,
Yes.
it just went downhill.
I'm Jack Sparrow. I want rum. It's like, okay, we get it, dude.
Whatever for what it is. It's a Tim Burton movie. What do you want? You know, it's weird.
Yeah, but like Willy Wonka was the same character as the Mad Hatter and freaking. Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I think Tim Burton and Johnny, their relationship ruined his career. Well, not just ruined his career as a serious actor because he's legitimately a very good actor, but he kept playing these weirdos in Tim Burton movies, like variations on a weirdo.
But if you haven't seen it though, Deep Impact's actually a really good movie.
Cyber Seals, Brucifer, just
For a
want to say
disaster
thank you if I didn't already. What did I do? Zeno, Heat is one of my favorite movies. Michael Mann is the man.
An excellent movie.
They're making a Heat 2 with Adam Driver, so
I'll be all right.
yeah.
All right, next up.
But it will take place. It's going to take place before the original movie. So.
Who's next?
Yeah.
Voltaire.
I have only seen.
I
one
got some
movie.
again, guys. I got to do I got to do something at the beginning. These are just 5 of my favorite movies. They're not my 5 favorite movies, and maybe they're a bit pretentious. I got to be honest. Now that I'm looking,
It's really hard to find that. Honestly, that's why I had to pick something, an angle.
Right. I just thought of rewatchability and all kinds of things. Like Casino would have been was right on the borderline of my list. Big Lebowski, all kinds. But anyway, The Witch is a fantastic movie. I don't consider it a horror movie. I consider it more of a suspense with a bit of horror elements. Just from a filmmaking standpoint, it's amazing. And if you haven't seen it, you really should watch it just for what it is. It's a very unique movie. DL, have you seen The Witch?
Yes, I did.
What did you think, DL?
I liked it. I'm one of the few people that's a little more critical on A24 movies, but that one I thought was really interesting. I did feel like I was more impressed with the direction and like the cinematography of that movie more than the actual story. But I did think that was a very interesting movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's just like it's got some horror elements, it's got some suspense elements, and just like some really good filmmaking elements. And I'm not a big horror fan, and I like this. And I'm not one of these hipster A24 people, but I even forgot it was an A24 film, to be honest with you, until DL mentioned it. But it is, yeah.
I think I've only seen one movie on your list.
How you guys making these graphics? Where you?
That's all Brucifer.
Oh, Lucifer.
Oh, okay.
What these slides?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use Google Slides, and then I individually go and look for each movie and copy and paste the art, and then manipulate it, resizing it so it looks nice, and choose the color of the background. That's it.
The man burnt some
Alright.
calories, everybody. Okay.
I've learned a lot in the last month and a half.
Punch Drunk Love is I love Paul Thomas Anderson, and he's got several movies that I really love. This is an amazing film. It's Adam Sandler, not being Adam Sandler as you know him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a fan of romantic movies, but this has a tremendous romance influence to it, and it doesn't annoy me in any way. I love it. It's just good acting, well-made movie. And if you haven't seen it, you should check it out. DL, have you seen Punch Drunk Love?
No.
Oh my God, come on, DL. I'm just kidding. It's before your time, probably.
It
But
is
yeah,
for-
yeah, it's a strange movie, and it will surprise you. Like Adam Sandler does a good job. I don't know why this movie hasn't got more critical. No, it has critical acclaim. It just wasn't very popular. I think because of Adam Sandler being in it. Truthfully, Fire Walk with Me is a surrealist David Lynch film. I'm a David Lynch simp, so he had to be on my list. This is a weird movie. I don't recommend it to everybody. It's creepy. It's freaky, it's weird, and it's uncomfortable, and but it doesn't have like gore or violence or anything weird like that. But it makes you think, and it's a movie I've watched, probably the movie I've watched the most out of any movie. So I really love it. Fargo, I almost felt like I had to put a Coen Brothers film on there, and I was considering Big Lebowski, but Fargo is really the culmination of all the skills that they do in their movies. Like there's a bit of comedy, there's a bit of I don't want to say horror, but uncomfortable violence and just disturbing stuff in it. And it's an amazing film if you haven't seen Fargo. DL, have you seen Fargo?
No.
Oh my God, DL, this one you got to see. Fargo.
It's actually it's a pretty good movie.
All right.
DL.
Okay.
It's an amazing movie. And finally, I had to pick a Star Wars movie because I love Star Wars. It was going to be this or Revenge of the Sith. And I'm like, do I really like Revenge of the Sith more than Empire? And
There's some people that like that.
I'm still not sure which one I
like
like.
Return of the Jedi. I'm just saying.
Me
Yeah,
too. That's
yeah.
peak for me.
I like that one too.
Rise of Skywalker is my favorite.
Yeah, I had to pick Empire just because of. Just honestly, the beginning sequence on Hoth is enough to make that movie. That's not the only thing, but when you see those AT-ATs walking and they see them through the binoculars, there's a lot of amazing scenes in Empire, and I recognize that this is not a George Lucas directed film, and it's the best of the series, but it is amazing, and so that's why I picked that one.
Great list. What do you guys give to his list? If you've seen all the movies,
A solid. I haven't seen all the films, but I would say his list is pretty interesting.
I'm with him on most of them. I hate The Witch, but other than that, I'm with him on most of them.
I'll take that, Joe. 4 out of 5. That's pretty good.
I've only seen 2 of these movies.
I have only seen one.
I've only seen one.
I love Punch Drunk Love, and Voltaire, you know this because you mentioned it. We talked about it. But I met Robert Smigel not too long ago, and he was doing Triumph. He roasted me, and I told him
everybody.
As I was walking away, I said to him, "I'm like, I loved you in Punch Drunk Love," and it kind of took him aback because I guess when he's doing Triumph, that is not a comment he gets too often. So he sent me and thanked me.
No.
Oh wow.
I wouldn't think so.
No, that's like one of the few ones I haven't seen, but I'm gonna give you a good solid 4 out of 5 on that one, man. That's a lot of respect. Fargo is a good movie. I haven't seen in a very long time. I haven't seen The Witch, but
Is The Witch
gotta love
on
a good
Max?
David Lynch movie.
I think it is on Max.
Okay. Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we have Taladia's picks.
Yes.
Ooh, now we get spicy.
Very spicy.
I'm working
Yeah.
on mine right now. By the way, I didn't know the assignment, so
I got my 5 picks right. I already got my 5 picks.
So for me, it was like, let's start from left to right. Batman vs Superman.
Gotta have the Snyder in there, yeah. Okay.
Batman vs Superman was my first ever Batman and Superman film that I've seen to get in, like, best cinema experience I got to see with my friends for the first night, and to see those two characters, my two favorites DC characters, on the big screen was great. I went day one,
Are
and
there any other DC characters? I'm just saying.
obviously Wonder Woman. Obviously, I know there's Wonder Woman in it, but I mean, for my two most popular DC characters that I like, which is Batman and Superman, this is an epic experience for me to go and see. Mission Impossible 2 is my first ever Mission Impossible film. When I was younger, I was able to see it on DVD, and it was a blast just watching that. In terms of watching it on DVD back in the day, have it on the DVD player, and it was just great. Turbo, Power Rangers movie, is actually it's actually one of the most.
It's actually a good movie. I like it.
It's actually a decent movie to watch.
Go ahead, keep going.
I mean, it has Jason David Frank, you have Austin St. John, you have Amy Jo Johnson, you have Catherine Sunderland. Literally, basically, some of the OGs come back to do this film, and what makes it more interesting is that they go to the Bermuda Triangle, which was like so cool. And as a 90s kid, it was like, yes, you know what, this is epic. So I remember getting this on VHS, because this is one movie I'd recommend Max to get on VHS, because
I like the first one a little bit better, but yeah, this is a good movie.
This is a good movie to watch on VHS. I remember there was extras and everything, and even the Zord sequence, it was just really, really cool.
Well, then they carried it on as a TV show too. So
yeah, they canonized it into the TV show. Yeah, they did that, which was awesome. Next on my list is number 4 is 007 GoldenEye. Now, this is my very first introduction to James Bond, would you believe?
Wow.
Yes. I was very, very young. I was about, 9, 10 years old when I first saw James Bond. And it was again on VHS. So I was very fortunate and lucky to see it. And my favorite thing about GoldenEye was actually the tank scene.
Oh, the tank scene was awesome.
The tank scene, that was pretty cool. It was one of my favorite scenes in GoldenEye. It's like, and also the fact that they used gadgets in this film, which
I'm invincible.
You didn't see a lot of gadgets, but they did use gadgets in there.
They used gadgets in the Pierce Brosnan era. That's my favorite. That's my Bond. I grew up with Pierce Brosnan.
Similar enough, I grew up with Pierce Brosnan first. He was my first Bond.
Yeah, but he made a shitty movie.
I mean, yeah, none of his movies, I think, like really like reached the height that he should have. But like, I still think as far as Brosnan, though, I think like in my opinion, I think he encapsulates all the good traits of the other like versions of Bond.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, dude, Tomorrow Never Dies. Fantastic movie. I love that movie. Go back and you watch Michelle Yeoh, and you were like, "Oh man, this is like her foyer," and look at where she is now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but no, dude, Tomorrow Never Dies was amazing. Even The World Is Not Enough was a good movie.
That's the first one I ever saw.
My first Bond movie was GoldenEye, and it was after I played the video game. So
actually, funnily enough, when I watched the film, after that, I played the GoldenEye on 64 on a holiday. It was at one of my cousin's house. He had a 64. He had GoldenEye. I was like, dude, he's got a Bond game. I might as well just go play that. So it was a fun game. So that's what really kicked off my Bond experience. And honestly, I think GoldenEye has one of the epic theme songs in the history of James Bond.
Tina Turner,
yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good theme song.
So
rest in peace, Tina Turner.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. It's like if you guys ever want to start off with the James Bond film, if you're a 90s guy, start off with Pierce Brosnan if you're a 90s guy. But if you're not, then there's always other ones out there. Now,
But you got to come back around to Dalton, though.
Oh yeah, Dalton. I don't mind. I have seen Dalton, but I think Pierce Brosnan's versions are like a mixture of Sean Connery and I would
Roger
say
Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Of both, and I love Roger Moore, but yeah,
it is a
It's a
mix
mixture.
of them. Yeah.
Well, Roger Moore, I feel, was like the ambassador for the character. Like he did the most in terms of like outreach for James Bond. Like
True.
he was the face of James Bond for almost 20 years, dude. Like
Yeah.
for the 70s and the 80s, he was.
and
the
as
man.
weird as it sounds, he made the most quote unquote digestible James Bond movies for the public. I think.
Oh
He
yeah,
made
absolutely.
He made the most James Bond films.
And
funny
they're also
enough.
the most cheesy, campy ass movies you'll
Yeah.
ever see in your goddamn
Yeah.
life.
And they're the best.
And they're some of them are the best. Like the Man with the Golden Gun, so
Live and Let
underrated.
Die- Live
But
and
like
Let
that
Die.
island scene, oh my
The
god!
Spy Who Loved Me, I thought was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. No, hats off for real stunts. Okay.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That's why movies were awesome back then because they actually did that shit.
Yeah, 'cause they
Yeah.
almost died.
And this was
Dude.
the
When the Spy Who Loved Me at the very beginning of that movie, that's a dude, Willie Bogdan, skiing down a slope, jumping off, throwing off a parachute.
Mhm.
Like that happened.
Mhm.
and funnily enough, when it came down to GoldenEye, I think this is the third Bond film in the franchise that kicked off. Like there's no books connected to it, so that's fun facts for you guys.
Well, Cubby
Now-
Broccoli died during the production too. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Now my
this was his last movie. Yeah.
fifth and final, obviously, is
Controversial.
not controversial. Actually,
oh, and I'm sure it's controversial somewhere.
for me, it's Zack Snyder's Justice League because
For people,
I love the fact that each individual character got their own story arc. For me, I've watched it 3 or 4 times, and I watched it with Jared from Comic League. Shout out goes out to you. He's watched it 13 times.
Only 3 or 4 times. I was gonna say, you lightweight. Come on now. I've seen it
not a
like
true
4 or 5
fan.
times,
I don't care.
and I talk crap on it all the time.
I don't
I
care.
gotta say-
We're taking your Snyder card away, buddy.
Right?
3 times. Come on.
To be fair, I only saw this 5 times, so
I mean, 3 or 4.
I saw it twice, and that was twice too many.
yeah, okay.
Well, I
hater.
will say I've actually talked people into watching this movie. So, like, for all the crap I give this movie on the people and all this stuff, I still appreciate it enough to be like, hey, it's still better than the original.
Yes.
Yes.
That's an understatement.
To some people, yes. Yeah.
Oh, it is, but that's how you have to make understatements to get through to certain people.
What?
That is not a correct statement. That is
What?
not.
Yeah.
That is
That statement,
incorrect.
Ben?
No, Zeno's comment there. That is incorrect.
No, what? No, that's not her.
I
That
think
is
you
not
got
her,
confused.
bro.
Tandy
But
Newton,
Roger Moore did play Cat. He was like
That
that.
is not her.
She was in Solo, but she wasn't in.
yeah, Tandy Newton is not Gamora.
So what's also interesting about this film for me was the fact that it kind of links from BVS. So I had BVS on my computer. I bought it first time around, the Ultimate Edition. I was like, yes, this connects perfectly, all synergy together, and it what really lifts me up is every time when the scene the Flash and Cyborg kind of kind of have this bonding moment. It works, it gels together. Whereas in the other cut, it just didn't. This just gels well. It just and like Henry Cavill's return as Superman is just like yes, it's great. So and Ben Affleck did a really good job too, and Gal. So and I would recommend people, if you haven't seen the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder Justice League yet, I would recommend people watching it just once. Give it a try. You might like it. So that's my pick.
Especially if you didn't like the one that came out in 2017.
Yes, and the one that shall not be named.
The good version.
I liked it for what it was when it came out because that was
The
all we
other one
had.
is the only thing I probably like about Justice League was just the Flash race, and that's it.
No, the music did it for me. I'm sorry, guys. I know you
I
guys
don't know
like
why-
the
I don't
Hans
know
Zimmer
why that, like,
score.
God,
why the-
that Danny Elfman score was amazing. Yeah,
I don't
but no,
understand
dude.
why.
Yes.
Why play that score for
Batman, I want to hear.
Oh,
It's for
yes.
Michael Keaton
No,
only.
that
That's it.
that's only for Michael Keaton. It shouldn't be
only
for
for
every
Michael
Batman.
Keaton only.
Yeah.
No, dude. Well, it's
Nah,
better
keep
than
it for all the
freaking
Batman.
Bale's. It's better than Bale's because Bale's was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zimmer is a terrible composer. All he writes is
And
writes
it's
tones.
Superman. Dun, dun,
Okay, hold on a minute.
dun, dun,
Hold on a minute, sir.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. He put
Get
a
him,
few
yeah.
more notes in First Flight. Other than that, dude, come on now.
Mhm.
I mean, at
And every
least.
time they bring Superman back, it's like.
Yes,
Like I said, he doesn't write music. He writes tones. Like
I
here's a
don't know
couple
about
tones.
that.
I mean,
I
they
like-
give
I like the
Wonder
Hans Zimmer
Woman more
score, bro. I like
respect
his
than that, you
electro.
know?
I like his electro theme. That was great. The Amazing Spider-Man theme was. I love Hans Zimmer. I think he's great.
Yeah, same.
I'm just saying he
So-
got lazy with the Batman movies.
The Batman, yeah. Thank God, the Batman got a new Batman score. I was like, holy shit! I
But
now
that
need
was
to hear
just
my.
as bad. Oh my gosh, dude! Like if it was like let's take the most plain ass Nirvana song, something in the way,
Something
and
that- yeah.
then make the whole
That's my
soundtrack
favorite
revolve
Nirvana
around
song, buddy.
Nowhere. Yeah.
I thought that was
I-
one.
I-
I will say this for the Snyder Cut. You know, Snyder did some stuff, and Joss Whedon did some stuff,
Yeah.
and until the Snyder Cut came out, we didn't know who did what. But then he took
True.
out all the Whedon stuff, and it was after seeing the Snyder Cut that it was confirmed that Joss Whedon shot all my favorite scenes in that movie.
Not
Because
my
they were
favorite.
all taken out.
Probably
Look,
not
I mean,
wrong.
people. I mean,
No.
all I can say is that people have different versions of the movie they like, and you know.
I mean, for me, it was Zack Snyder Justice League because it was a superior cut. That's it. End of
Yeah.
discussion. So
I
Next
will say I
question.
was surprised by one thing. There was one thing Snyder had in the Snyder Cut that I would have thought for sure was a Joss Whedon line, and that was, "What's your superpower? I'm rich."
I'm rich. No,
Like,
Some of the Barry Allen stuff I thought was Whedon stuff, but no, it turned out to actually be some Snyder stuff.
well,
A
not
lot of the
not
humor.
except
There was a
for-
lot of humor in that movie that I thought,
except for the Flash phone on Gal Gadot stunt double.
Yeah.
No,
that
stupid.
was weird. That was weird.
that was weird. And the butt
I'm gonna
scene
ruin
too.
your career if he doesn't land in your tits.
Yeah, like what
Yeah,
the
that
fuck?
sounds
That's so
terrible.
weird. That is dumb.
Sorry, I
And-
apologize for the crass language. My apologies.
Yeah,
That
and
was- yeah.
Oh wow,
And,
it was a
and
family
a
stream
shot-
up till then.
and it was like
I said it was a family
And also,
stream up
like, the
until
Flash-
yeah,
then.
I was saying, was it?
Maybe.
And also the shot with the Flash that he's scared of going into battle. I was like, bro, you're the Flash. You're not supposed to be
no,
scared.
but also when
Well,
they're
that's
at the
one of my
airport.
favorite lines.
Save
Jeffrey
one.
Miller.
One person. I love that
Save
line.
one.
Also the butt scene when they're panning up. That was Joss Whedon's stuff. Not
Oh, that was a throwback to freaking Schumacher right there, buddy.
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
definite
yeah.
throwback to Schumacher. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, bro.
Before Ben Affleck played Superman,
Well,
they
how are
won
you
the
gonna
Power
do that
Rangers
with
and
everybody
Turbo.
except for Alicia Silverstone? Okay, that's my complaint.
No, they had one pan of her ass when she was suiting up.
Oh, the one pan. Well, all the while we have like 15 different lit angles of Chris O'Donnell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Like, we can't put nipples on her suit. That'd be too much.
Yeah.
Facts.
Apparently Cyber says he's blacklisted now.
Who's blacklisted?
I think you're saying Joss Whedon.
Well, he's
Yeah.
ripe for a comeback, I think.
Ooh, good luck with that.
Well, I
luck
mean,
with
he
that.
shouldn't have any problem. He didn't commit any crimes. You know, it's like
Not
what do you call it? There's evil people in Hollywood who have no trouble getting work, and Joss Whedon's only crime is he's an asshole.
I guess. I mean, for him, I mean, good luck for what he does. He probably is a ghostwriter for some studio out there.
He's a hell of a good writer, so
So
makes sense.
If I was
all
Colin
right,
Jost,
I
I
want
would've punched him in the
to
balls.
interject here with a little breaking news. I haven't worked on a new breaking news yet, but here is the premiere in Brazil for Blue Beetle. It's actually packed.
Holy
I can't hear the audio.
Oh, I think she's singing, so I don't want to.
Yeah, she's singing. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right, Blue Beetle.
All right. So who wants to go next with their movie list, or do we have another one?
They can go before mine.
I have one prepared now. So
all right,
go ahead, Joe.
Yep.
All right, go ahead, Joe.
Oh, all right. Hang on. Let me share. Oh, I gotta stop sharing. I'm still sharing Ernest in the army. All right. Let's see. I just put this together. There's a cheat on here, but I'm gonna stand by my cheat.
Uh-oh. You got yours ready, DL, for next?
Do I have to put a visual aid? I can make a visual aid real quick.
That's what the news is for.
Yeah, I'm standing by. I got the complete Back to the Future trilogy. All three. I'm standing by that because to me they go together. They are one. I watch them all together. So there you go. The Nevers, Anthony.
That got canceled.
Yeah, it was good though. Yeah, no, Back to the Future trilogy, greatest three movies ever made. I love them. E.T. Yeah, that's a. And look at this. 3 of these movies are from 1982. What does that tell you? Greatest movie year ever. E.T. from 1982, Tron from 82, Wrath of Khan. Look at that.
Yep.
Superman 2. Yeah, there you go.
Not wrong.
Nice. I don't think I've seen. I've never seen E.T.
What?
Wow.
God damn.
Wow.
Christopher, you're of a certain age. You should have seen that.
I didn't want to watch it, actually.
What?
What? I didn't want to watch E.T.
Oh.
The re-release of E.T. the re-release.
It explains a lot, doesn't it?
Yes.
They did a re-release of E.T. like when I was a kid. That was the first movie I saw in the theater, and yeah, it was amazing.
Nice.
Fantastic.
I was born in '83, so a year later.
So, Back to the Future 1 and 2 both almost made my list because they're amazing films.
Yes, they are.
Wait, what's wrong with 3? What's wrong with 3?
Falls off.
It's
Really?
good. It's not
I
amazing.
like 3. I like all 3. I'm sorry.
If I have to pick a favorite, it's a toss-up between the first and the third are my two favorites. They're just. I think Back to the Future 1 and 3 are perfect movies. 2,
1 and 2 are perfect.
I don't know. Two's easily my least favorite. It's great. It's great, but it's like it gets a little bogged down.
2, we just don't get to see the ramifications of all the continuity errors in that goddamn movie.
Yeah, seriously.
But I like the future aspect of it. That's like the main reason why I like it.
It's a perfect continuation as a sequel.
The plot contrivance of having the damn almanac. Yeah, that was kind of pretty dumb.
I've seen batteries not included.
We got to go back and save it. Oh, dude, there's a remote control. That was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
His face. But no, dude. Number 3, there's certain parts of it that I just didn't dig, and it's probably because I don't personally like westerns.
I think if there's one element of this
I'm
trilogy,
leaving now. You don't like westerns?
Yeah,
I think that if there's one element of this trilogy that I think I would change, it's in part 2, and it's Michael J. Fox playing his own daughter. Because these movies are, they're funny, but they're good sci-fi movies as well. And Michael J. Fox randomly having Michael J. Fox in drag playing his own daughter just seems like it's a comedy from a different kind of movie. Like it doesn't fit in this movie. It's like this isn't Big Mama's House, It's like this isn't Tootsie. This is
right. Well, Leah Thompson's accent in the third one was amazing. Okay, but like
Maggie McFly.
Michael J. Fox's accent, where he plays like his great grandfather or whatever. It's like, oh, come on now, Seamus McFly or whatever the fuck.
Seamus.
I will take that over Michael J. Fox in a dress. I will.
Mr. Astwood. And then they did. E.T. is a great movie. Tron. I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Wow.
Really?
I love Tron. Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan is
best Star Trek movie ever.
Second behind First Contact, depending on what day of the week. So good they copied it. They copied it and flipped the glass and Star Trek Into Darkness. You're a bastard, J.J. Abrams.
Wow.
Dude, okay, come on now.
That movie was so good up until that part. That was
part that, like, right. You're right. It was so good up until that twist. Up until that.
Ship out of danger. He said, "Is the ship out of danger?" And I'm like, "Oh God, no." He's saying the line. He's saying the line. You have and always shall be my friend. I'm like, oh my God.
And then they cured death in Star Trek Forever. It's like, oh, we just get a little blood from these guys. We got a whole warehouse of them.
Resurrection blood, yeah.
And is that Superman 2?
Superman 2.
The greatest Superman of all time. And I'm not talking about the Donner cut. I'm talking about the theatrical cut, right? This is the one. This is the Richard Lester one, right?
I prefer the Donner cut, but they're both great. They're both great. And my favorite line in Superman 2 is when the president kneels before Zod and he says to Zod, he goes, "I will kneel before you if it will save lives." And he says, "It will, beginning with your own." And then he says, "But there is one man on this planet who will never kneel before you." And Zod goes, Who is this imbecile?
Yeah, right.
And listen, that's the only time I've ever seen Superman where I felt like he was actually threatened by the villains. You know, every other time you knew he's going to kick ass, but I felt like that movie, I was actually scared of the villains.
Yeah, man, I love that. Here's something weird about Superman 2 as well. They're on the moon, and he hears the astronauts talking to Houston, and he's like, "We will go there to this planet called Houston."
Yes.
So they go to Earth. They go to Earth, and they think the planet is called Houston. They don't know Houston's a city. They think the whole planet is called Houston. So they're not looking for a town called Houston. They just land on Earth. But where do they land? In a town called Houston. But it's not Houston, Texas. It's East Houston, Idaho. They happen to land in a town that just happens to be called Houston, it's a town in Idaho called Houston. I love that. It's so weird.
Well, and not only that, but you got like Gene Hackman, like pinnacle of Lex Luthor in this movie. Like,
no,
devious. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like his island scheme in the first one was pretty good, and I'm not gonna lie, I did like. Kevin Spacey. And,
I like Kevin Spacey.
He's got that great scene at the end at the fortress when he betrays Superman and Superman, and he goes, "Didn't you see the way they fell into our trap?
You were in here, we were in there." You know, like, I love it, dude. It was so awesome. Like,
I love that movie.
No, it was great. And then he throws him back in jail again with his good buddy Otis. Who they couldn't get out of jail because he was weighing down the hot air balloon. Oh my god! And I like his theme. Like John Williams is the greatest comic book score in all of time.
Screw that. He's the greatest composer of all time.
True, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of like comic book movie scores, like Superman transcends just the movies. They used it in like freaking Seinfeld. Like it's pop culture. Like
even Lex Luthor's theme. Dun, 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 dun.
I love that stuff. I'm just like Otis getting a paper. Mrs. Tessmacher.
I will pass it to DL now.
Okay.
Absolutely. That was a good one.
Unfortunately, I don't have any visual aids.
That's fine.
It's all right. It's all right.
Okay. So I'm gonna try not to pick the typical choices because so I'm gonna pick some movies that I don't usually haven't really talked about as much as others. And I try very very similar to y'all. I've tried to like pick films that are like that cover different types of genres or whatever they are. And also, disclaimer: this is not my top 5 of all time because I don't have a top 5 of all time. I don't even have a top 1 of all time. Like, if you had to point a gun to my head and tell me which one's your favorite movie, just pull the trigger because I don't know.
I don't know. No, that's the hardest part about these, dude. Like, seriously.
But yeah. So the first one I will talk about is a very underrated animated film, The Prince of Egypt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I think it's starting to get a little bit more of a following now because I see people like discovering it like over the past couple of years. But yeah, The Prince of Egypt is such a great movie. I thought the animation in that is gorgeous. This was like when DreamWorks animation was like at its peak.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hello? Did everybody froze?
No,
No,
he did.
just
No, Dion froze.
Mid-
oh, while he's
Oh, dear,
Nothing But
froze.
Trouble is awesome, and the
Noth-
Digital Underground scene. pff, love that part, dude.
Yo,
Peter
dear, you gotta
Boyle as
refresh. You
Otis.
froze.
Peter Boyle as Otis would have made it entirely different movie. Anthony Cheeseman. If Kevin Spacey wasn't so goofy, he would have been the best Lex.
I didn't think
Oh
it was
my
goofy
gosh.
at all.
Oh,
Are
there
you
go.
back, buddy?
Am I
All right.
back? Am I back? Oh my gosh! It's like the
Yeah, he
universe
froze up
freezing
right out the beginning, right out the gate, dude. I was like, oh no.
Like,
We lost,
no!
we lost Anthony.
Okay, all right, back at it. Anyway, yeah, Prince of Egypt is one of the most gorgeous animated films I've ever seen. The score and the music for that movie is also fantastic. I know we were just trashing on Hans Zimmer like not too long ago, but like that score for the Prince of Egypt is one of the
So,
best.
unfortunately, that movie doesn't have a sequel.
His older stuff is amazing, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Days
Like,
of Thunder. Okay, I love that soundtrack.
Lion King.
oh, Lion King, obviously, yeah, but like Prince of Egypt, that score is one of the best scores I have ever heard for any film, like period. And then what really struck a chord for me for that movie is that I'm not personally for me, I'm not like a super religious person. Like I'm like a spiritual person, so it's like for it being like a biblical movie or like technically a Christian movie, like normally Christian or like biblical movies a lot of the time really turn me off with how heavy-handed their messaging is. But like watching that movie, I felt like the story was something that something that I could relate to as someone who's not super religious. It told a very relatable story between Ramesses and Moses that I thought was very adult and very complex and very emotional. Like this is just such great storytelling with that movie all around. And since and I love the musical aspect as well. And I already talked about the score, but the actual musical songs in there I thought was handled really really well. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen Prince of Egypt, like watch it.
It's been a while. I have to go
Great
back.
film. Great film.
Never seen it.
You should watch it. You should watch it. And it's like I always forget that that Val Kilmer and Ray Fiennes were voicing Moses and Ramesses too. They did an excellent job voicing those voicing them as well. Next one I'm picking is okay. This is probably one of the more like typical choices, but like I don't really talk about this movie that much. Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Overall, I think that's one of the best science fiction films ever made, one of the best sequels ever made. I love the first Terminator. I love the horror aspect of it, but of course we all know like he was given a very small budget and there was only so much he was able to do with that movie, but he made the most of it. James Cameron does the best with whatever he has to work with.
Would you say it was a fitting end though, like to the duology?
Absolutely. Yes.
We didn't need the third one.
Even though I like Dark Fate, we didn't need that. We didn't need it. Like
I wouldn't agree with that. I love the third one.
Well, the third one was like, are you serious? It's not Skynet, it's something else, but it still happens.
Yeah, it's another repetitive thing over and over again. It's like another the Terminator's chasing them down in present day, and like we get another Terminator to help protect them from the evil Terminator.
But this one's a lady, guys.
It's a lady
Terminator.
Ooh,
See, I hated Terminator 2 because of all the time travel plot holes that didn't make sense, and I feel the third one actually patched them. I think the second movie works because of the third movie.
Dyson dying and his project not going forward, and then the destruction, didn't that like tie everything up though? Like,
So yeah, I get the lore problems, but DL's right. This is one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever made. This almost made my list.
It was amazing. Like,
I mean, and the way the Terminator was in that movie and chasing and all that was innovative at the time. Like it was
it made
really
Dennis Muren a household name, buddy. Like,
yeah, it's an amazing film.
Yeah, like the like it pretty much it was Terminator 1, if he was actually given the budget he wants to and the creative control that he wanted.
Working with ILM too.
Exactly. Like the man, the action, the stunts in that movie is groundbreaking. I keep forgetting that this movie came out in the 80s, and this is, man, this movie still holds up today. The score, man, that Terminator score, like stuck in my head for like I don't know how long.
And then with Guns N' Roses, You Could Be Mine. Oh, that's
the TV show was great too. As well.
When he's on the
motorcycle,
he's shooting that shotgun at the Terminator. These are amazing scenes.
Didn't that have like Cersei Lannister in it though? She played Sarah.
No, that's Genesis.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, she was in.
She was in.
Lena Headey was in
the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Yeah.
That was such a great show.
And wasn't Summer Glau the bad Terminator in that one? Like
I think
from Firefly.
She was a good Terminator.
Oh,
you're talking about
yeah.
Sarah Connor, one of the best female characters in film. Like I know we like strong female characters are getting a lot of controversy today, but like Sarah Connor, you look at her development from the first movie to this film. Like she's great. She's fantastic. That's how you do a strong female character done right. That's how you do it. And I love the mother-son dynamic with John Connor. I thought it was great. The dynamic that John had with the Terminator 2, I thought it was absolutely great. Third movie.
I hated the other one. It was god awful.
Which one?
Oh, the one with Christian Bale.
Oh, Salvation. Okay.
Yeah, no. But anyways, go ahead with the third one, man.
Yeah, I will say about Salvation, I appreciate that we actually had a Terminator movie that takes place in the future. But if the story was just not ass, it would have been so much better. But okay, the third movie on my list. So we're going to go adventure film, Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. This is a movie that should not have worked. Like you're literally taking you're taking a theme park ride and turning that into a film. And then Johnny Depp, I'm just like, this is a movie that should have failed hard, but like it works so well on so many levels. It's like such a fun adventure movie. It's like with this and even like some of the stuff from the sequels, like this is filmmaking that you don't see today. Like how creative and ambitious it was with its world building and like just the action set pieces and like the characters, and specifically in the first film the characters are so memorable, specifically Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. I will say this, one of the most iconic characters in film. Like, you know, regardless of how I feel about him in the sequels, like his introduction in the first movie is straight up fantastic. I love him.
Hard to dispute that.
No, it's not. It is hard to dispute that. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, he's cruising into the bay on a ship that's sinking, and then he just steps off onto the dock like a G, dude.
Yeah. Well, he's an iconic character. That's the right way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, his intro was amazing.
Yeah, it's just like I love that the story they kept it simple, but it was very effective. Because like one of the issues I had with the sequels is that they made the story way too complicated and too many moving parts. But like I just love that they knew what it was, and they didn't try to be too much. Like it was a very straightforward story, and you were engaged with all the characters. Even the villain Barbossa, I thought he was great as a villain, and like the concept of the pirates like having this curse where they could never die, like I thought that was just really, really creative. So like I love Pirates of the Caribbean. The first.
Let me just read Max's comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
But Cameron's an idiot. Multiverse. It's all canon. Cameron can go back to his Aqua Smurf movies.
That wasn't Max. That was me.
No,
that was you. Oh, God damn it!
That's not Max. That's Joe.
Disavow. No.
Oh my Max God. Loved the Avatar movies. He would never say
he does. Oh, that's right.
It was cool until we got Penelope Cruz, and then I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah. I mean, Genesis. I mean, people hate Dark Fate, but I don't.
Yeah, I like Dark Fate.
I haven't watched one after.
The TV show should have never got. The TV show should have never got canceled.
I mean, I just like the nightmare. I just like the original 3, 1, 2, and 3. I think for me it ended after Rise of the Machines.
Yeah.
I love those 3, and I'm happy with those 3. Genesis I can't even say if Genesis is good or bad because it was meant to be a trilogy, and we never saw where the story went. So
Thank
could have been
God.
brilliant for all I know. I don't know.
Mm-mm. Okay, fourth movie. This is the only one I can actually reach that I have. Hold on. We got Spike Lee's Malcolm X, starring Denzel Washington.
that's
great, great pick.
Yes. I'm already a Spike Lee fan. Let me open this real quick so I can show you. Look at how awesome this set is. It is
Man, that is
Wow.
awesome. That is
so
awesome.
cool, so cool. I'm already a Spike Lee fan. But like this was like the last. This is one of the last movies I saw of his. I didn't even know like he did this one. But like I was really impressed with his direction in this movie. I think this is like the biggest budget they ever gave to Spike Lee, and I love the story of how he got this movie made. If you guys haven't watched him sit down and talk about how he got the movie made, it is very inspiring because like Warner Brothers didn't want to give him like even half of the didn't want to give him enough money to give to make this film. So he literally asked a whole bunch of like actors and directors if they could have him let him borrow money so he could make it. Like it's a very inspiring story. Check out his interviews talking about it. But yeah, I just Malcolm X, in growing up and in high school and stuff like that, like Malcolm X, like they barely talked about him in the high school I was at, and I was really intrigued to know more about him. And every time they do talk about Malcolm X, it's always in a negative light and like all the like controversy towards him. But like, I like that in this movie that it's not like the full scope of Malcolm X. They did leave out some details, but like to get like get a general understanding of how his life was from a kid to, when he got killed. I thought it was really, really interesting. I saw different sides of Malcolm X that I haven't seen before, and Denzel Washington's performance in that film is fantastic. It's probably my favorite performance of Denzel Washington. I didn't even think
he didn't win the Oscar, right, that year.
I think he did.
Yeah, if he did win the Oscar, then
Malcolm X was misunderstood by a lot of people, even till today.
Yeah.
People don't realize he changed when he he changed his beliefs. He wanted nonviolence.
Mm-hmm.
It's people still think they associate him with a extremist.
Yeah.
So yeah, I found
So that's the last Spike Lee film that you watched.
When the last Spike Lee films that I watched.
Spike Lee does
before,
movies
before
Black Klansman.
I'm about to say before Black Klansman came out, like that was one of the next movies I saw. Let me make that more clear. But yeah, man, I think it's one of the best dramas I've ever seen.
Yeah,
It's very powerful, very moving. I think that's Spike Lee's best film, honestly. Okay, so final one. This is a recent one, and this is one I had to really sit on because, like, the first time I watched this movie, I was blown away. But I was thinking, am I still going to feel this way after watching it a couple more times after that at home or whatever? Let me sit on it before I say this.
When you walked out of the theater, did you run into the Fonz and he said, "Do you sit on it?" So,
hey,
That's a different meaning nowadays, Joe.
Joe, you jumped the shark. You jumped the shark.
A little bit.
Damn.
hey, sit on it, Potsy.
Hey.
But yeah, anyway, I think I am confident to say that Steven Spielberg's West Side Story has to be on there, man. I'm surprised I haven't reviewed this on my channel yet when it came out, but I'm a theater kid. I grew up with the musicals and the plays growing up, and I know West Side Story very, very well. And even though I knew it was Steven Spielberg, I was still very apprehensive to be like, okay, look, what's he gonna do with West Side Story that hasn't been done already? Like, because I grew up with the original movie and stuff like that, and like Spielberg at that time, I was kind of like lukewarm about him because he was releasing movies that weren't so great around that time, like the BFG and other stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know, Spielberg's not on his A game right now. What's he gonna do with West Side Story? And man, let me tell you, I have to say that's one of the best remakes I have ever seen. One of the best musicals I've ever seen. He brought a definite new new style to West Side Story that I haven't seen before. I thought the performances all around was fantastic, all around. Rachel Zegler, I forget the main lead.
I can't believe you have a remake on your list, DL.
Yes, a remake. Yes, a remake. I didn't
don't remake shame him. None of that here.
Fair, yeah.
For all you that you like the Thing, right? The Thing's a remake.
Sure.
Just saying.
Fair.
There's some remakes out there, but yeah, man. Like I think I enjoyed this way more than the original movie. But as I said, I like that it was a much more darker take on the story, but it fit really well. It still had like that whimsical, fun aspect that Spielberg gives to the film. As I said, the performances all around was fantastic. I thought the music in there was great. The dance choreography in that movie was so great. Like, you don't understand. Just me as a theater kid watching all that on display and how Spielberg is directing it. I was a kid on Christmas morning. It's ironic because it came out around Christmas. But I was like, man, I was so happy watching this film. And I think it's a great love story as well. I mean, I know it's like the typical like Romeo. It's kind of a Romeo and Juliet inspired story.
It is.
Exactly like that. But it was executed so well. I thought the love story was great. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it's a darker take. Like, what is Officer Krupke? Like, is he mean? Does he beat up his criminals or what?
Well, as I said, like the two opposing like groups, like there's like a couple of like fight scenes in there, and it's like has more of a gritty tone as far as
they're not just dancing in front of one another. Okay.
Yeah. So and again, I'm not used to seeing Spielberg be like this dark in a movie in a long time, so it's like I like to see a little more grit from Spielberg, and I got that in here. So
when you're a jet, you're a jet.
I'm just used to the Brian snaps as the fight scenes in those kind of movies.
Degrassi.
There was a little bit of that. I'm not gonna lie. There was a little bit of that, but there was still some dark grit in there as well. He managed to balance that really well.
Was it gritty snapping?
And then you got to have a couple of these.
Pretty snappy.
The trust falls out of nowhere, and two guys come up behind him and grab him at the right time.
Well, the world would be a better place if gang fights involved snapping and dancing instead of
dance choreography.
Yeah, right.
Degrassi says Spielberg has been working with Spike putting together the Wiz remake.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I could see it now, all dark and gritty and shit.
The Wiz remake? Nah, bro. Nah. Man.
I'm not surprised. I mean, Spike Lee does movies once in a while. If it's I don't know if that. I don't think the Wiz will work today.
That's right, everybody. Cyber Cities. Let's give it up for Brucifer, man. Holding it down tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, give it to Brucifer, guys.
What happened?
We're giving you some props, good sir.
I'm not hosting. I'm just here.
No, you've done a very good job of keeping the conversation kind of flowing tonight. God dang it, Bruce. Good job, buddy.
Thank you. Anthony, you have any your list? I'm sorry, DL, were you finished?
Now.
Yeah, that was all 5. Yeah.
I can't even
5 out of 5 for me.
Oh, thank you.
No, you had some good movies on there, bud.
That Malcolm X is 5 out of 5 by itself.
I cannot think of a list.
All right. I'll finish
for
up tonight with mine.
Right.
You sure?
Oh no, Brucifer didn't go not yet.
Yeah, Brucifer still got to do his.
All right. See what this has to offer here.
Did somebody say gritty?
I was gonna say it looks like the Philadelphia Philly.
Oh, it does actually look.
All right.
No, that's his name's Gritty.
I'm Gritty. Yep.
All right. First up, you guys know I love musicals.
Yeah.
Grace. Yes, that's a good one.
I don't know how many times in my masculine law enforcement locker room we did Grease sing-alongs in the mornings.
Are you serious?
I swear, it was the best thing ever.
At the quarter mile.
Did you see the rape scenes where they go, "Hey, did you put up a fight?" and all that stuff?
Oh man!
The best part, we had a guy named Steve. He would take a roll of giant paper towels and run around with the paper around him with lightning. It's just great. All the songs are great.
You know what? Hang on, Bruce. If I saw a scene like that in the movie where in a police station they were reenacting I'd say, "Oh, get out of here! This is so stupid. This would never happen in a New York police station. Good God!"
Based on a true story.
I'm pretty sure there's video out there somewhere.
That kind of gives you the different light on the NYPD right there. You're like, man, I wonder if all the precincts are doing that. But no, that's
and the guy Steve, he used to go like to every time they showed it in theaters.
Well,
his wife would dress up like John Travolta. He would dress up like Sandy.
So John Travolta was a good dancer.
Grease is the word. Grease is the word.
Yeah, it was like one of the best musicals for the time.
Grease is the way that it feels. Oh hell yeah, dude! Bee Gees, man. That was like the John Travolta Saturday Night Fever, Grease, like dude, Urban
Beauty
Cowboy,
School Dropout,
or whatever the one where he's riding mechanical bulls. Isn't that the one? Midnight Cowboy or Urban Cowboy?
Oh God, what is that? Is that Rhinestone Cowboy?
No, I don't know. One of them's. I know there's one called Urban Cowboy, and that's like
Urban Cowboy. Yeah, that's right. That's directed by Sylvester Stallone. Yeah.
Hand
it's like over the
jive.
top with the freaking mechanical bulls.
Best song of the movie. And next up, pretty much just my childhood actually. The Lost Boys.
Amazing film.
Amazing.
That cast has gone on to do great things.
The Frog Brothers. Oh.
Yes.
When he's eating the Chinese food and it's like maggots. Oh. That
shirtless guy playing saxophone.
Oh yeah.
Oh what? That's awesome.
on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
You know, I've never seen that movie. I just know like everybody's told me how great it is.
It's worth a watch just for the references.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Lost Boys is a great movie. Next up is
I thought he was a dick in Stand By Me, okay? Kiefer Sutherland. All right.
He's a dick in this movie.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
There you go.
Next, Fright Night. Probably one of my favorite vampire movies.
Oh yeah, great.
More than Lost Boys, actually. Jerry Dandridge, Charlie, him calling out to Amy. Amy.
I would say the one problem with Lost Boys is I always compare it to Fright Night, and Lost Boys is all right, but I love Fright Night, and I'm always like,
Fright Night is the better of the two.
Yeah. Lost Boys is more of a fun movie though compared to Fright Night. Just like Fright Night's a more straight horror.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. It's got Roddy McDowell in it. It's got the guy from Herman's Head.
Victor.
Yeah.
Bruce, did you like the Fright Night remake?
I love that movie.
Yeah, really well done.
I love that movie.
David Tennant, man.
I'm a huge fan of David Tennant.
Yes.
The only thing that was kind of creepy about Fright Night is like Amy's like 16 or 15. What is it with vampires and underage teenage girls?
Twilight.
Yeah, to be fair, they're hundreds and hundreds of years old, so every one's underage.
I always wonder why do they always go after it? Yeah.
They also come from a time where girls were getting married at as soon as they hit puberty. So
they also they want to bite them while they're young, and then when they're 500, they still look like they're young.
Look in the movies because vampires love virgins. Virgin blood is always better than regular blood. So
these girls are not virgins in these movies.
Hey, that's a movie right there. That's a movie. Somebody's gonna make a vampire movie where he's like going after old ladies in a retirement home because he's these girls are too young.
Well, in Renfro, they or what's that movie that just came out?
Renfield.
Yeah, they implied that was a problem, that he was only getting older, dirty people or whatever.
Yeah, I need cheerleaders.
The action in that movie was good though.
The actress's name that played Amy escapes me, but she went on to play Marcy in
Amanda Bierce.
Married with Children.
Oh yeah.
Amanda Bierce, yeah.
She was very sexy in that white dress towards the end, even with the fangs. Next up, Poltergeist.
Poltergeist, classic.
I love Poltergeist.
Great.
Oh, such a great movie.
So, do you like horror films, Lucifer?
No.
Maybe a little bit. And musicals.
Musicals and horror. Mix them together.
Sweeney Todd.
Damn it.
I don't understand why they stayed in the house.
I don't either. Like, I'm getting out of
when
here.
she turned around and said, "They're here. Let's go."
Like,
We're
we go.
leaving. We're not coming back. You can stay. You know, even though I love Poltergeist 2 better than the first one, the creepy preacher. Oh, it scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, we don't talk about that remake.
There was a remake.
Exactly.
And my final movie of the night, Silver Bullet, Gary Busey and one of the Coreys.
I've never seen this film.
It's such a good werewolf movie.
Great title. First werewolf movie, that's for sure.
You know, he's handicapped. Well, sorry, special needs in a wheelchair. His sister hates taking care of him. You know, just random killings of people that are less than God-fearing people, committing sins all over. You know, having kids, having a baby out of wedlock.
Sorry, so he's a special needs character, and he's the one who turns into the werewolf and gets strong?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's actually the priest or minister of the town.
Oh, okay.
So he's killing people with questionable morals.
All right.
The first time he encounters the werewolf is 4th of July night. He's on his so the name of his wheelchair is the Silver Bullet. Gary Busey gave it to him. And the werewolf was coming down on the bridge, and he takes one of his rockets and shoots it at the werewolf, and it lands right in his eye. So that's how they figure out that the minister was the werewolf. He had a patch on his eye the next day. It's actually a really great movie. I've seen this movie a million times.
I got to check this out.
See, we're having a lot of good ideas tonight because now I want to see a werewolf movie with a werewolf in a wheelchair.
That's what I'm
Or a
saying.
guy in a wheelchair who can walk when the moon's full. Turns into the werewolf.
I don't know. It's
talented
more fun.
individuals.
Could you imagine like the werewolf sitting in the wheelchair? Like we've never seen that before. That would be exciting. But he's still dangerous. He's coming after you, but he's got like enhanced wolf speed, so he could really move that chair fast.
Okay, interesting.
I'm in. I'd watch this.
So I'm saying we got talent here, guys. We got people who can write the stories, and we'll just like make our own little YouTube movie, and it'll be awesome. Think about it.
If the strike keeps going, that's the next step.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
So
We are the future of entertainment.
I want to say this to the chat. If you like this segment and want to see it every week, thumbs up the like, leave a comment after video, because this is fun.
Yeah.
And besides, there's nothing else to talk about.
Right.
Exactly. And we want to hear what Max's top 5 is.
Oh my, I could only imagine.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, that would be crazy. Top 5.
So I want to thank everyone tonight.
Damn, it's
coming
104. Wow.
Yeah, I just noticed that time went by quick.
It is.
Werewolf.
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 Don't give them idea.
That's a good
Oh
one.
no,
They're
they're writing it down right now.
They're
Werewolf.
already doing too many cocaine bear spin-offs
Oh,
from different
God,
animals.
no.
Cocaine.
And then the one with the
slug?
vampire.
Raccoon bear, like, come on, bro.
The one with the vampire
cocaine.
who's after old ladies, we'll call that the Golden Girls versus Dracula.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
So
Lord,
we're going to end here. Have a good night, everyone. And stick around for the outro.